tournaments.
Welcome to Athletes Unlimited Softball on ESPN, presented by our official climate finance partner, Aspiration. It has already been a historic day here in Rosemont, Illinois. A complete game, no-hitter thrown in our first game. How can we possibly top that in our nightcap? We do have a good one. Team Romero trying to complete their perfect weekend. They're going to take on Team Garcia. There's still a buzz in this building, courtesy of the rookie from UCLA, Megan Faremo, dynamic, walked the first batter she faced in the game, and then proceeded to dominate. There was one blemish in the fourth inning, an error committed by the right fielder, but besides that, nothing but zeros for Faremo, the second no-hitter in Athletes Unlimited history. Only the great Cat Osterman had thrown one before. That was back in 2021. With the no-hitter and the points associated with it, Megan Faremo is number one on our leaderboard with a bullet. Look at the lead that she has, but there's going to be some moving and shaking because still to play in our second game, we're going to see Sierra Romero, we're going to see Mia Davidson, who both have a chance to stay in the top four and be captains when week 3 starts in a couple of days. So glad you could join us with my partner, Kenzie Fowler, former All-American at Arizona. I am Eric Collins. We've seen it right now. You never know what's going to happen with Athletes Unlimited Softball.
I know it's week 2, but it feels like there's some serious separation starting to happen because of the dominant games that we're seeing. We just saw one. Megan Faremo makes a big jump. And so you look at this game and this opportunity for both Sierra Romero and Rachel Garcia. They just watched what Megan was able to do. They're the captains. You have your destiny in front of you. So what kind of moves can we see them make here today?
Yeah, this Team Romero has been absolutely magnificent the entire weekend. They won a close pitcher's duel on Friday, and then they won a slugfest yesterday. So we talk about Sierra Romero and Mia Davidson. They put themselves in great position right now.
This orange team has been red hot with the bats. They are the undefeated squad going into Sunday here on week 2. Just 1 through 9, this lineup, even through their bench, is so dynamic, so much power. You've seen Sierra Romero, Mia Davidson, Shannon Rhodes, Kelsey Stewart-Hunter, you name it. They've been spraying balls all over the ballpark. They are Romo's Juliets. When you hit a home run, you are knighted at home plate. One of the best celebrations, if not the best celebration here this weekend.
Well, Team Romero, they will bat first. Let's take a look at Captain Sierra Romero's lineup card. It starts with Kelsey Stewart-Hunter, who's been productive, 4 hits in 2 games with a double. Bubba Nichols has been magnificent as well. The shortstop is Anissa Urtez. Romo puts herself in the 4 spot. Mia Davidson, Sydney Romero, younger sister of Sierra. Megan Wiggins, the veteran center fielder. Shannon Rhodes with a homer yesterday. And Nadia Taylor picking up the rear. She will be the DP. That 9 will bat against one of the best competitors in our game today, Rachel Garcia. And we're underway. Ball 1 to Kelsey Stewart-Hunter. Both these teams were in the building at the conclusion of the no-hitter thrown by Faremo, so they all got that juice that everyone experienced.
I feel like Megan felt some of that too, as all of her, teammates or opponents, however way you want to look at it, are coming into the ballpark and just taking in what she was putting down. It's a lot of energy in those last couple of innings.
Two balls and a strike to Kelsey Stewart-Hunter. Garcia, 3 of the first 4 pitches she's thrown have missed the mark. Garcia's been a bit hamstrung because her team, well, she put it together. They haven't won this weekend. They're 0-2. That's how you get the vast majority of your points. You win a game, everyone on the team gets 50 points. You win an inning, everyone gets 10. So there's potentially 120 points, even if you never get a hit, never even get on base. If your team does well, winning innings and wins the game, you're productive. And a leadoff walk. That's the same way that Faremo started her game.
Maybe that's the strategy. Rachel Garcia, she's one of the hardest throwers here in AU. She was the champion of the shorter season AUX this summer. She throws a variety of pitches. Good curveball with the speed, off-speed, drop, works the rise, works the outer part of the plate with the back door. She threw really well on Friday. Had the pitcher's duel against Megan Framo. You look at the arsenal and works all around the K-zone. You see the rise ball. She throws one of the hardest, if not the hardest, rise ball in our game. 67 miles an hour, sometimes even faster than that. But when you're elevating a pitch and that's your hardest pitch, that's why sometimes she can be unhittable.
Right-hander from Palmdale, California. Runner on at first base. Bubba Nichols, former teammate of Rachel Garcia out of UCLA. Foul tip into the catcher's glove. Taylor Edwards is behind the plate. We've always talked about how important it is to have a good rapport as a battery. Rachel Garcia throwing to Taylor Edwards. Well, foul. We'll do it again. Bubba Nichols has played in 5 games. She has 14 official at-bats. She's never struck out. Successful weekend for her, 4 for 7. A couple of walks. First time all season that Nichols strikes out.
That's a bad broadcaster's jinx right there. That one's on you. It's the rise ball that I'm talking about. Sets it up so well. Look at the movement on this pitch. It looks so good when Bubba Nichols decides that she wants to swing, although it continues to climb through the zone, and it's the velocity. So you have to make that decision so quick. You have no room for error once you decide that you're going to go get that rise. It's too late.
Here's Anissa Ortez. Ortez 1 for 6 so far this weekend. She's helped her cause by doing small things. She's walked once, laid down a successful sacrifice. And her team has won a lot. And hit her bat. 0-2. Garcia, one of the 4 captains. She was the first captain coming into this week, but right now, looking up at Megan Framo. Just to show you what a weapon it is, Rachel Garcia as a dual threat, pitcher and hitter. Megan Framo did the best you could possibly do as a starting pitcher. She got 264 points. She won the MVP 160. She won all 7 innings 70. She won the game plus 50. And she got all the outs without giving up an earned run. So that's a plus 84. So 264 for Framo. Literally cannot do any better. 6 days ago on this field, Rachel Garcia had 290 points. She hits and she pitches, and that's how she racks up huge point totals.
Yeah, if you're a pitcher that can dominate on the defensive side and the offensive side, you deserve a lot of points. That is incredibly hard to do, and to do it at this level with how much effort it takes. Nobody talks about all the work that you have to put in. Every time that us pitchers are in the bullpen, your teammates are out getting extra cuts, and so you have to just work so much harder to make sure that you stay at the top of your game in both aspects.
Currently 9th on the leaderboard, but she still has a full 7 innings to accumulate points. Ortez making Garcia work. Into left, starting in, now going back, it's over the head of Jackson. Extra bases on her way to second. Ortez with a 1-out double.
That was such a good at-bat by Anissa Ortez. Fell behind 0-2 and climbed her way all the way back to full count. Expected the rise ball with Rachel Garcia. It's her go-to pitch, and she's all over it. Jazz Jackson playing a little shallow. Ball's over her head, gets it in quick. keeps Kelsey Stewart-Hunter at third base, but a great at-bat by the 3-hole hitter for Team Orange.
So a dangerous situation for the infielders on Team Garcia. They have to come in all the way around. Runners at second and third, and Sierra Romero, the batter. Romero called strike one. And it's a fast surface. And when you got to play in to try and cut off the run at home, with Romero swinging a hot bat, dangerous. Tied her up inside. Rachel Garcia, strike after strike after strike to Romero, 2 down.
Well, it's kind of interesting. That was almost the exact same start to the at-bat that she was facing with Anissa Urtez. Had her 0-2, and then when she was 0-2, she decided to go outside, couldn't get the strike call, finds herself in a 3-2 count. And so this time makes the adjustment, says, I see a hitter swing once, I'm going right back to the exact same pitch, and gets the strikeout.
Mia Davidson, 3 for 7 in the series with a homer. First base is open. I don't know, Garcia, uber competitive. I don't know if she'd ever deem Mia Davidson or anyone in the world worthy of an intentional walk, but she could walk her to get to Sydney Romero if she wants.
Well, we've already seen Rachel Garcia issue an intentional walk this weekend to Aubrey Leach, so it's not out of the question. It did unfortunately backfire for Rachel, but was trying to be strategic as the captain, who's also pitching all in the same.
Pitch starts below the bat of Davidson. Davidson, 92 college homers, tied for third most in the history of college softball. Did that hit her? It did. All right, so a hit batsman. That is a +8 for Davidson. And she'll jog down to first base.
Trying to go in tight. I may be wrong, but I believe Mia Davidson leads AU with hit pitches. She is the queen of wearing them. Just because of the power that she has, pitchers respect her so much. They know that if they go inside, it's got to go in hard. It's that mentality. It's what you tell yourself as a pitcher. If you miss inside, and that means ultimately, well, sometimes means hit them.
Here's Sydney Romero looking for her first hit of the weekend. 0 for 6, does have a walk and was hit with a pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike to Romero. Romero riding the wave of Team Romero. Hitless on the weekend, but she's still in the top 20. Started her day 18th out of 60 players on the leaderboard. She's got some work to do now. th pitch of the first inning for Garcia.
Just 1 inch off is the exact same pitch we saw prior called for a strike, but looking at my Yakkertech K-zone, the one prior was a strike. This ball, 1 ball off, just separation of about 1 inch or 2.
Kelsey Stewart-Hunter, leadoff walk. Bubba Nichols struck out. The double by Urtez. Sierra Romero struck out. Davidson hit with a pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, in our first game, I think we were in the 3rd inning by now.
It was flying. Georgina Korick, Megan Framo were just trading zeros, 3 up, 3 down, back and forth. Pitch count was low, strikeouts were high.
Off-speed pitch hammered down the line, left field. Jackson can't make the play. It's a homer. A grand slam home run for Sydney Romero. Second home run this season in Athletes Unlimited softball.
I think we're going to have a challenge here. I don't know if it cleared completely. It was definitely hard to tell. Jazz Jackson went all the way up against the wall. I saw the tap on the head from Rachel Garcia indicating they are going to challenge this play, as they should. It's going to be close. It's a grand slam. That's a game-changing swing here. Taking a look. Got to tell that pole to move out of the way, but it's just if it hits off of that black railing behind it. How much space is there? It's the top of the fence for sure, and then what's the next hit? That's so tough. Yeah,
I think it hit the black railing.
Yeah, I think that's gone.
And once it hits the black railing, it has left the ballpark. So Rachel Garcia is the captain. She has the right to have a captain's challenge. Sierra Romero, the other captain, and she's asking for some clarification. The call on the field made by the third base umpire was home run.
We can talk. Can we have a... Real quick. I think it's literally... I thought that's, yeah. No, we got together. We fixed it as a group, not a challenge. Oh no, we got together. We knew it hit the red. So there's no challenge behind that. It hit the red, it hit the player. But how many challenges do you think we'll need? What if I save it for the last one for the end of the game? We get 2 challenges, right? I get 2? I would say that. Did y'all look at it to a home run? No. You can now. You guys can. You guys can. Are you going to challenge or not? We're calling it a double. All right. I'm going to challenge it. Okay.
Wow. It's called a double officially on the field. Sierra Romero wants to challenge, and I think that's a great decision as the captain.
Wow, so turn of events. I did see Rachel Garcia tap her head because the initial call on the
this
field.
This is not a captain's challenge for Garcia. It's now a captain's challenge for Romero.
Right, so the umpires did the right thing and get together to try and see if they could help the team and save a challenge. And they ultimately decided that this is a double. And so Sierra Romero, the captain for the other side, trying to get this grand slam for her sister.
So, to the best of my knowledge, the minute that ball hits the railing, it is out of the ballpark. I think the red padding across the perimeter of the outfield, that is the line. And the challenge is successful. Great job by Sierra Romero. The official ruling is it was a home run. So it's a grand slam. That is a 2-run swing, courtesy of the captain, Sierra Romero.
Wow. Whew, we had to sit with that one for a little bit. It took a while, but well worth it for Sydney and Sierra. That was a sister effort there. Sister had her back.
It was called a home run on the field. The umpires got together and said, no, it's only a double. Then it was challenged by Sierra Romero, and the challenge was upheld.
So I can't tell from here, but that looks like there's not as much space as I thought that there was between, the outfield fence and the players' suite out there. It's a lot tighter than it looks from my angle. From the side angle, it looks a lot closer there.
So we're super early. We're in the top of the first inning. But how are you going to get better than Sydney Romero's grand slam? She's already looking at one of the MVPs. She's already got 40 points with a homer. Wow. 5th slam in Athletes Unlimited history. This is now the 102nd game of Athletes Unlimited. Mia Davidson had a grand slam in week 1. It goes off the face mask of the catcher, Taylor Edwards. And for Rachel Garcia, who was dreaming big dreams about being a captain for week 3, she's already 40 points in the hole. She's negative 40, giving up the 4 earned runs. Let's check in with Savannah Collins.
Thanks, Eric. Sydney, I know we're talking a little bit in the dugout about the delayed celebration for the Grand Slam. Walk me through what you thought, and then having the challenge, and then confirm Grand Slam.
Honestly, Grand Slam or double, I was okay with either. I was just confused because I saw them still play it, and then the umpires told me to go. But celebrating, I knew my sister was going to argue the call anyways. That's just how she is. So her being able to do that, just solidified the hit, so it was cool.
Off-speed pitch, what a way to start this game, get things going, the momentum in this orange squad's favor. I know you posted about on your Instagram about how this team has come together. Can you fill us in a little bit about this experience with Romo's Juliets?
Yeah, I think Sierra has done a really good job of just leading this group and really making everyone, feel seen and heard, and she's just that type of person, so playing behind her, you just want to do it for her. So I think it's really cool to watch her lead with such a great group of girls and just competitors.
Thanks, Sid. Appreciate it. Eric, back to you.
Savannah, thank you. Wonderful access for Savannah Collins. Megan Wiggins walks. Walks are a +8. Runner on at first base with 2 outs, top of the first inning.
Well, as an older sister myself, if that would have happened to my little sister, I'd be like, oh, challenge all day. I need to get my sister that grand slam. So I love that from Sydney and Sierra, the sisters on the same team. One's the captain, one hits the grand slam, but together the effort is there, and their team's in a good spot here in the first inning.
Well, if everything goes up, something comes down. Rachel Garcia began the game 9th on the leaderboard. After the 4 runs allowed, she is now dipped down to 13th. Still a lot of game to be played. And she's thrown 41 pitches here in the first inning. And there's activity in the bullpen. Should end the inning. Bates wins the race to second, side retired.
Well, it took a little bit for this grand slam to be confirmed, but either way, this was a huge swing from Sydney Romero. 40 points for her, but her team is fired up. And oh yeah, her sister's the captain. She's probably the most fired up. She's got the most on the line.
You want to be like the greats? First, believe you are. Greatness requires drip, not like that, like this. The greats aren't afraid to fail. They're fueled by it. Trophies require greatness, but greatness doesn't require trophies. Because greatness isn't about what you've done, it's about what you do next.
An early 4-0 lead for Team Romero. Grand slam by Sydney Romero, playing for her younger sister Sierra. Let's take a look at the lineup for Team Garcia. Kelsey Harshman had a day yesterday. She went for 3 hits on the weekend. She's got 4 hits, 4 for 6 with a homer and a stolen base. She has figured things out offensively.
Yeah, she's doing herself a really nice favor. Even though her team isn't getting those team win points, she's putting in work for those individual statistic points. And she's sitting in the 2-hole behind fellow Canadian Victoria Hayward, the Canadian connection at the top of the lineup.
Deja Mulipola in the 3 spot. Garcia, the pitcher, can hit for herself. Jesse Warren, Lily Piper, Jasmine Jackson, Taylor Edwards, and Sis Bates rounding out the 9. Starting pitcher for Team Romero is going to be Carrie Everly, spotted to a 4-0 lead.
Getting the start for Team Romero, I like it. She came in on relief. We saw her earlier this week, but this is a deep and talented pitching staff for Sierra Romero that she's drafted. We've seen Odyssey Alexander, Taylor McQuillan, Alicia Ocasio was masterful yesterday. And trying to get back on the right foot, we've seen Eberly be so dominant in this league. So just trying to find her way back to that dominant self. She has a variety of pitches, throws with different speeds, and when she's rolling the way she can be very hard to hit. She rolls a lot of ground balls as well for her defense.
2 balls, no strikes to Victoria Hayward. Hayward woke up this morning, 28th out of 60 players on the leaderboard. 2 for 7 on her weekend with a walk and a stolen base. Rachel Garcia struggled in the first inning because she walked the leadoff hitter, Kelsey Stewart-Hunter, never really got her rhythm. Now Eberly in danger of walking the leadoff batter. Called strike 3. Victoria Hayward was a third of the way towards first base. Oh, I apologize. Strike 2, 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's the walk to Hayward. So just like in the top of the first inning, a leadoff walk for Team Garcia.
Eberly was trying to throw Vic Hayward that drop ball that you're going to see. Throws in the high 50s. She's not going to beat you with velocity. She's going to beat you with a variety of pitches and the way she spins it with her curve and her rise. That drop ball as well.
So here's Harshman. Into center field, that'll get down. Solid single, first and second for Team Garcia. Now this is a radically different start to our second game than we saw in our first game.
If you have Victoria Hayward and Kelsey Harshman on your team, there's no place other to put them than the 1-2 punch at the top of the lineup. I don't know what it is, but with the speed of Vic and the consistent bat of Kelsey Harshman, they're as tough a 1-2 punch, if not the toughest 1-2 punch in this league.
Now Carrie Eberly knows she's really never in too much trouble because of the ground ball that she's able to get. She has led all of Athletes Unlimited pitching over the years in ground balls turned into double plays behind her. Runners on at first and at second, nobody out. Deja Mulipola, the batter. Mulipola, the champion last year's season. This year off to a really slow start through 5 games. She began her day 54th out of 60 players on the leaderboard, but she's starting to heat up. Did have 2 hits yesterday, 2 for 7 in the series with a double. Two and one.
Eberly trying to find the strike zone with her drop ball on the outside part of the plate to Deja, and so Mia Davidson just trying to work with her, get ahead in the count, goes to the drop on the inside part of the plate.
Way out in front.
I would throw it again. Back to back.
She did. Mulipola way out in front. Spoils it. Count remains 2-2.
And that's okay, even if she does spoil it like you're talking about. It opens up another pitch, makes the next pitch look a little bit faster with the velocity, so you're changing the hitter's vision, and it's all about deception as a pitcher.
Strike 3, first out here in our first inning. Mulipola back to the bench.
So Deja was back-to-back with the off-speed, so she's a little bit out in front. Carrie Eberly goes with the heat. This is her hardest pitch that she throws. Drop ball is coming in at 68 miles an hour, so you're talking about a swing change for 10 miles an hour difference. That's exactly how you do it.
So now an angry Rachel Garcia steps to the plate. Swings, lashes it to right. That'll hang up long enough for Shannon Rhodes to make a play. 2 down.
That was an angry swing. I like it.
So it's been a frustrating first inning for Rachel Garcia. Gives up 4 runs in the circle and now lines out to right. Final hope for Team Garcia in the first inning. Here's Jesse Warren. Had been hitting in the 6th hole the first 2 games, now moved up to 5th. Ball 1 to Warren. I just can't get over this. I'm looking at her place on the leaderboard. 56th out of 60 players at the beginning of the day today. Ball gets away from the catcher Davidson, and both runners will move up an extra base.
She's been there defensively. It's just waiting on her offense explosion that we know she can do.
Warren's got 2 hits this weekend. Both of them were infield hits. Take you back to 2020. Jesse Warren set the all-time record for best batting average in a season. She hit .510. She had 26 hits and 51 at-bats against the best players in the world. .510 batting average. Good golly.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, if that's not a strike. Yeah, that's definitely, I'm looking at my Yakkertech K-zone. Strike all day. Just a little late call. I need to be a little more patient up here.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Team Romero, they scored 4 runs in the first inning. So they're in a good spot to try and win this first inning and get 10 points for everyone on their roster. A little bit low. First base is open.
Carrie Eberle's trying to get Jesse Warren to bite at something on the outside corner. We've seen a drop ball and then her off-speed curve. We've seen a lot of pitchers have success on the inside part of the plate against Warren this weekend.
Called strike 3. Eberle strikes out Warren, and the side is retired. So Eberle got into a little bit of trouble, but no damage done. First inning is won by Team Romero.
I like this place, and I'm starting to believe this is where I'm supposed to.
Subway refreshed their ingredients, their menu, and now they're slicing their meats fresh.
You like being in other people's business. You make it very challenging not to be. We were in a
People who come to Cricket stay with Cricket. Like one of our favorite customers.
You like being in other people's business. You make it very challenging not to be. We were in me. I'm preparing.
All the mafia will come to destroy you.
I'll be waiting for you.
The Equalizer 3, only in theaters September 1st.
Whopper, Whopper, build your Whopper. Barbecue, bacon, more cheese, no shocker. However you like to top your Whopper, you know what we'll say. FBK, have it your way.
Eat pretzels. Eat more pretzels. Watch movies. Watch more movies. Get airline miles. Get One Key Cash. Book in-app to earn One Key Cash on top of your airline miles.
People who come to Cricket stay with Cricket.
I started my own app company, and with Cricket, I'm able to answer calls from my engineers and investors and know my signal's going to be great.
5G boss mode activate. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Here's where legends are born, and every match is a spectacle. For the love of football, for the love of La Liga.
Athletes Unlimited Softball on ESPN is sponsored by Aspiration, a global leader in financing climate impact. Big story this weekend, besides the home run by Megan Paramo, has been Team Romero. They're trying to go 3-0 and sweep the 3 games here at Parkway Bank Sports Complex. It's been a lot of fun hanging out with Kenzie Fowler and Savannah Collins, who's going to join us right now. Savannah, what's going on?
but soft. What light through yonder window breaks? Well, it is the favorite team celebration of week 2. Voted on by the fans on Twitter, 39% of the vote is going to Romo's Juliets. The fans love seeing these batters get knighted at home plate after their home runs, and they're taking the cake for week 2 for celebrating the best out of the 4 teams.
So erudite, Savannah. That's the first time we've had a Shakespearean reference in 102 games of Athletes Unlimited softball.
Yeah, she threw you off guard for a second there. You're like, what is going on?
Where's she going with this?
This is
incredible.
Shakespeare, got it. It's been since grade school since I've heard some Romeo and Juliet, you know?
Do you agree? Do you think that Romo's Juliets is the best name of the weekend?
I do. Although I do love Meg Stallions, so that was my pick for the name. I liked Meg Stallions, but my celebration choice was Romo's Juliets. So I don't know if I'm trying to be nice and give everybody a participation trophy here, but
well, if you're 2-0 and you've got a 4-0 lead in the second inning, things are going your way. You might as well go your way. So Romo's Juliets taking the honor. Number 9 hitter in the lineup, Nadia Taylor, leads off against Rachel Garcia. You cannot hit a ball more foul than that.
I thought that was going to hit the dome.
It's truly.
It was about 30 feet away, so it was pretty close.
Handcuffed her. We'll do it again. Nadia Taylor. She's been a part of Athletes Unlimited since the inaugural season, 2020. Nadia played for 4 seasons with National Pro Fast Pitch before coming over here to Athletes Unlimited, so she's been a pro for close to a decade. Garcia gets the strikeout. 3rd strikeout for Garcia. Our star in the stands, Allie Harrell. There she is. Hey, Allie, what's going on? Who are you with?
Hi, how are you guys? I'm with Annie and her friends, and then we have Lydia over here and her friends, and we're kind of just hanging out.
I love it how people just are able to meet people and find out their names and retain their names so quickly. That is a real big-time skill. It's going to bode well for you, Allie Harrell.
I try. I told him I might forget it and have to ask him again, but so far I remember most.
Do Lydia and Annie and whoever else is around you, do they have any favorite players that they're here to watch?
They said no. They said they're all rooting for Orange, though. But they're kind of collective favorites.
Why are we rooting for Orange?
Why are we rooting for Orange, guys? The Grand Slam. Why are you guys rooting for Orange?
Oh, they're front runners. Got it.
Because they're
Yeah, we have a lot of Grand Slam lovers here, so that's why we're rooting for Orange.
All right.
Hey, Allie, game before, the no-hitter thrown by Megan Faremo. Did you get a chance to come over early and watch any of the history when it was being set?
No. I was in the stands, so unfortunately I had to experience it. I mean, I was in the dugout. So, but a great job by Meg. She threw a great game, so you have to tip your cap to her.
When you guys were in the dugout as that's going on, what's the talk in the dugout about trying to break up a pitcher's no-hitter?
We kind of jinxed her, but our talk overall was to kind of keep swinging. We were making good contact on balls and couldn't just let ourselves down. So kind of just keep swinging the bat, seeing the pitches that we needed to see, and nothing was really landing for us. But that was our overall talk.
Well, Allie, this is a big week for you guys. I was calling it Field Trip Week. That's upcoming. You guys are hitting the road tomorrow. What are you most excited for to take this game on the road for the Little League World Series?
I'm excited just to hang out with the Little Leaguers. I hang out with them a lot back home in Huntington, so I'm excited to get to meet other ones from other states and kind of share my love of the game and then grow the game down there in North Carolina.
What is it about helping Little League that is so meaningful to you? Because I know it's something that you do and it means a lot to you.
It's just hanging out with the girls and kind of getting to hear their stories and why they love softball. And I didn't have Little League where I'm from, so kind of get to learn about it and get to see that it's kind of a big thing in other states. So that was really fun about Little League.
You're from the Columbus, Ohio area.
Correct.
What was softball like for you when you were a youngster?
We had rec ball up until about 9, and then you entered travel ball around 10 or so, and you worked your way up there. We didn't have a Little League organization or anything around me.
Allie, thank you for your time. We'll check back in a little bit, if that's okay.
Thank you.
All right, we've got 2 outs quickly, a bunch of strikeouts. Nadia Taylor, Kelsey Stewart, Hunter. So Rachel Garcia has faced 10 batters and struck out 4. The fly in the ointment was the home run of the Grand Slam variety by Sydney Romero in the first inning. Trying to take out our camera operator.
That was
Bubba
so
Nichols.
close. That was so. Can you just hide behind the camera? That's a very expensive battle shield, if you will. But yeah, the way Bubba Nichols hits the ball, how hard it comes off her bat, I'd be hiding behind the camera too.
Camera operators in Chicago are tougher than woodpecker lips. That's Derek over there. Doesn't get fazed by much. Had to drive through more dangerous traffic just to get here to the ballpark. Hey, Derek. All is well. 60th pitch of the ball game for Garcia. Kenzie, curious, as an All-American pitcher that you were, Garcia clearly laboring. She's thrown a whole bunch of pitches. She's over 60 now. 60 pitches, 4 strikeouts, or would you rather have, and take away the Grand Slam, or would you rather have 20 pitches, no strikeouts?
20 pitches and no strikeouts.
Really? Strikeouts don't do much for you anymore?
No, they do. It's just how you're getting your strikeouts, and sometimes it's just the momentum that you're feeling. And if you have a quick-paced game, it keeps you with a little bit more lightness, if you will. Sometimes if you're throwing full count strikeouts, you feel like you're having to work extra hard. And so it's what we saw with Georgina Korig and Megan Framo. And how quick was that game, right? And the momentum was up in the air because of those 2 performances. Yes, they had good strikeouts, but they were pounding the zone early, getting some weak contact, good defensive plays. But for Rachel right now, I look at the Grand Slam from Sydney Romero and then, of course, the double from Anissa Urtez that helped set up that Grand Slam. Both of those were 0-2 and then 1-2 counts, and then fought their way back through to get a pitch that was hittable. So Rachel's getting ahead. It's just the put-away pitch is kind of eluding her at this point.
Garcia's faced 11 batters, and 7 of them have either walked or struck out. Only 4 times has the ball been put into play. Actually, I'll take it one step further. She's faced 11 batters, and 8 have either walked, struck out, or been hit with a pitch. So only 3 batters have put the ball in play. Rachel Garcia strikes out the side. Urtez strikes out. And now a chance for an inning win for Team Garcia, should they score 1 run when we come back in our 2nd inning.
I didn't have the representation when I was young. I looked up to baseball players like Jeter. I want to be just like Jeter. I think it's so wonderful that there's women in sport now and they can aspire to be just like us.
What a play, Sis Bates!
You give little girls a hope and a dream that, hey, maybe that can be me.
Why are you doing this?
Called strike 3. 4-0 lead for Team Romero, but should Team Garcia score just 1 run here in the 2nd inning, they will win the 2nd inning. It'll be a +10 for everyone on Team Garcia's roster. For every run scored during this year's Athletes Unlimited softball season, Aspiration is committed to planting 10 trees. Heading into this week, 380 trees have been committed this season thanks to Aspiration's support. And in a bit of a surprise move, we're going to have a pitching change. Carrie Eberly, 1 inning, she's done. Odyssey Alexander replaces her.
Yeah, it could be a strategy from the captain, Sierra Romero. She has 4 very talented pitchers on her team, and you know, maybe it's one of those things where it's the last game for this squad this weekend, and she wants to get everybody in. So 1 inning and done for Carrie Eberly, and here comes Odyssey Alexander, who is a complete opposite pitcher. Like, could not be more opposite, maybe only if she was left-handed. But brings velocity, throws the ball up in the zone.
Lily Piper swings at the first pitch, and it's gone! It's a homer for Piper, and it's an inning win for Team Garcia. Yeah, the times they're changing here in the second inning. After a whole bunch of nothing positive for Team Garcia, they win the second inning.
1 run at a time, 1 pitch at a time. That's all it took. This was a 50-point swing, not 40, 50 because of the inning points that were on the line here. It goes in tight. It's not a bad pitch. Lily Piper just gets her hands so far cleared that the barrel's able to keep this thing feral. That was an impressive home run. And the gold chains, this is the gold chain gang for Team Garcia. Everyone's got some bling there.
Next in line, Jasmine Jackson. First home run of the year for Lily Piper. Oh, 1 ball, 1 strike to Jackson. These are important innings for Odyssey Alexander. Hasn't played a ton this weekend, but she's currently 8th on the leaderboard. She's been a part of this wonderful Team Romero all weekend long, and all they've done is win innings and win games. And because of that, Odyssey is 8th on the leaderboard.
When you think about last weekend as well, had a masterful performance with Alyssa Denham. They had a shared game where they had a 2-hit shutout. So there's a lot of points there. You get more points from winning. So she's been on some winning teams.
Home run by Lily Piper just a moment ago. Lily Piper is standing by with Savannah.
Thanks, Eric. Lily, you said you had a plan. That wasn't exactly the plan. You didn't want to reveal that because you have kids that you coach and you encourage them to stick to the plan. But sometimes good things happen.
Yes, absolutely. I've been seeing the ball really well, and it's just about time my cup is poured out. And I've been tired of putting into it. So.
Pitching change, first pitch, how do you step in ready in that way when you know you're going to see something different, maybe that you weren't prepared for before that change was made?
Yeah, I knew that she was going to want to get ahead, so I wanted to be aggressive, and that's kind of how I've been for the past couple at bats. So I just wanted to come out swinging hard and get my team excited.
You guys are the gold chain gangs. How great has it been to be able to get in that celebration? I know you've been waiting to flash it all weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been super excited, and I've just been working hard on getting strong. And huge shout out to the Ohio strength staff back home, and they've been getting me ready and just super excited.
Thanks, Lily. Appreciate it. Back to you guys.
Buckeye to the core. Born in Northeast Ohio. Played college ball at Ohio State. Still tipping the cap. I like it.
Is currently the assistant coach at Ohio. Talking about how that's where she's staying strong and staying in shape and spoken like a coach. There's so many of these players that are assistant coaches. DJ Sanders is on Team Garcia. She's an assistant coach at Memphis. Sis Bates is the director of player development for Washington. Of course, Victoria Hayward, she's the assistant coach now at Washington as well.
Not hit very well, but it's a base hit. First one of the weekend for Taylor Edwards. So Odyssey Alexander out of the pen. The first 3 batters she's faced have all reached successfully.
Trying to chat with her battery mate there, Mia Davidson, just about what's working, what she wants. And this is a challenge for catchers when you're going to use very early in the game. You're trying to dial in as a catcher for one pitcher, and then you're going to use more pitchers, and you got to redo the game plan, figure out what that pitcher wants. They're coming in because the sequencing is always going to be different.
We're going to have a change at first base. Running for Taylor Edwards, Maddie Husky. That's an important base runner. Remember, there's nobody out. Just trying to manufacture a couple of more runs, make this kind of manageable. It's 4-1 right now. Still a lot of game remaining. Looking at the updated leaderboard, Odyssey Alexander in the 8th spot, 568 points. Shows you the power of being on winning teams. All those Orange players, Team Romero, all they've done is go 2-0 on the weekend.
And a player that I'm looking for on this leaderboard that's missing is Rachel Garcia. So she has been hanging out in that 10 top leaderboard. She's the captain. She's captain number 1. That's why she's in the gold jersey. And at this point right now, she's fallen out of that top 10.
Falling out of the top 10 all the way down to 11.
Well, she started this thing with a pretty big lead going into this weekend. So just tells you how much things can change week to week. There's still so much ball game left. We know what she can do, know what she's capable of. Hey, one swing, she could get 40 points like that.
Yeah, pitcher's really the only player that can go backwards. Position players can go backwards if they get caught stealing a whole bunch of times. But for the most part, you're just steady inching up. But pitchers, if you get hit, it's a -10 for each earned run allowed. And giving up the grand slam with all 4 runs being earned, that's a -40 for Rachel Garcia, and that is a tough pill.
You always have to remember, anytime you're giving up points, someone else is getting them. So there's going to be that constant movement on that leaderboard. I always love to see the live change as somebody has a big hit and they throw up the graphic, and all of a sudden this name just moves up a couple spots.
The second inning has been an adventure for Odyssey Alexander. It's been an odyssey. Here's the strike she needed, 2-2. Runner on at second base, Jasmine Jackson. Maddie Husky follows her at first. In the air, foul territory. Bubba Nichols got a great jump. Ball hung in the air long enough. That's the first out of the second inning.
That's a reset out for Odyssey Alexander. As a pitcher, you take that, use that momentum. What worked in that bat? Had that little chat with Mia. Reset, you see the smiles, it feels good, and then you're just on to the next one.
Top of the order, Victoria Hayward. Quality strike.
Odyssey is her best when she's pumping velocity, just throwing without abandon. Like she just letting loose. When she gets a little bit careful and tries to hit spots, her speeds go down, and her speed is her biggest asset. She's been working that off speed and working to continue to develop that pitch, continues to try and make it better to offset the speed. But when I see her throw her best, she is so loose and she's consistently pumping 70 miles an hour.
So much instruction nowadays, and camps and all that kind of stuff that kids can go to and experience. It's all wonderful. But Odyssey Alexander didn't experience any of it. Self-taught pitcher. Only had a couple of pitching lessons. She actually was watching videotapes of our own Amanda Scarborough, and that's how she figured out how to pitch. She spray painted a strike zone on a wall and would pound it hour after hour after hour, and that's how she became the pitcher that she is. College player, just decorated to the nth degree at James Madison, playing for Mickey Dean. Of course, legendary 2021 Women's College World Series performance. Popped up. And the play is made by Sydney Romero.
There was a way that all three of these could catch that ball. They were going to figure it out. Odyssey Alexander, it's funny you mentioned the World Series because we all know what iconic play that she's known for, because she's a pitcher that fields her position very well. And so she wanted to go run this ball down. Sydney Romero and Mia Davidson both wanted it as well. Looks like Sydney got the best of the three, but that was pretty funny.
Last 10 years, what's the best defensive play you've seen at the Women's College World Series? Odyssey Alexander or Jessie Warren?
You know, I'm going to one-up you.
Oh!
And I'm going to go Nicole Mendez robbing a home run this year. That was the best defensive play I've ever seen.
2 down. Here's Kelsey Harshman.
And I didn't think Nicole could outdo herself from a season ago because she robbed one when they won it last year, and then she did it again this year. But the one that she did this year was just, oh man, took my breath away.
5 hits on the weekend for Harshman.
Oh my gosh, did I say Nicole Mendes? Is nobody going to correct me?
I was wondering if I was...
Is nobody going to correct me? Oh my goodness. It's been a long weekend here.
0-2 to Harshman. Odyssey smiling when that pitch misses.
Yeah, she's really trying to work that off-speed pitch down in the zone.
Two balls and 2 strikes to Harshman. Remember, the home run by Lily Piper to begin the inning, that won the inning for Team Garcia. Then the walk to Jackson and the single by Taylor Edwards, but now 2 outs.
Yeah.
Alexander was walking off the field.
I think as a pitcher, though, in terms of Women's College World Series, she has the play. So you can go like position by position. Best defensive play from a pitcher, Odyssey Alexander. Best defensive play from a third baseman, Jessie Warren. Best defensive player from my favorite of all of them, center field, Jada Coleman.
Oh, you're right. Okay, that's where you were going. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Okay. You're right, that was tremendous.
I think I said Nicole Mendes because I'm looking down at the roster, and Nicole's, on the roster
Nicole's
here.
Been with us a couple years.
She's
been
hanging out with us.
A couple years.
Yep. On that pitch, I was looking out to Odyssey Alexander, and Megan Wiggins is out in center field throwing her hands up. Really wanted that to be called strike 3. Just a ball up and out.
Now, this has not been an easy second inning for Odyssey Alexander. She already thrown 25 pitches, and this meeting's going to be broken up. Bases are loaded. Deja Mulipola is the batter. Team Romero had a 4-0 lead after the first half inning, but it could be erased right now. Mulipola with enormous power. Called strike 1 to Deja.
Team Garcia needs something right here. They have been a little bit on the struggle bus, just on the other side of a couple hits here, pitches there. They need a situation like this. They need to be successful. Deja's got to put something together, whether it's a double scoring 2 or just a good at-bat that scores 1, maybe an equalizer grand slam on the other side, trying to outdo Sydney Romero, but this is an opportunity where you've got to take advantage with some momentum.
On the ground sharply, but to Ortez. Scoop! No! Stewart can't make the play. A run scores and the inning continues. Throw is low, and Stewart Hunter trying to find the bag and find the ball. Can't make the play. It's technically going to be an error on Ortez.
Out in front, Deja rolls it over to Ortez. Throws a little low, but this ball probably needs to be caught either way. And that is unfortunate for Team Romero. You're looking at a team that could get out of the bases loaded jam, go put some more runs up, and now I talked about how Team Garcia needed something out of the situation. Pass the bat, continue the rally, and who else to do it? Here she is, she's the captain.
Rachel Garcia, first time up, lined out to right. For those of you following along with the scoring, because that error was committed by Ortez when there were 2 outs, the inning should be over. So that last run unearned against Odyssey Alexander, and anything else that scores this inning will be unearned and not go against Odyssey Alexander's point total. Popped up. Will it be playable? Nichols, shortstop Ortez, and Anissa makes the play. So the side is retired, but 2-run score for Team Garcia.
Yeah, a little bit of life here for Team Garcia. Offensively, Lily Piper, one swing, 50 points, 40 for her for the home run, and then the 10 for the team. Pass it around. She's taking home 50.
I've seen some passionate college football fans.
Sling Blue 40, Sling Blue 40!
But with Sling TV, some are taking their love to the next level. Right on the numbers.
I can still suit up, right, Des?
No.
Yeah!
Let's not. With Sling, you can stream college football on ESPN for the best price. The college football you love, the live TV you love. Hey, can you pass the dip?
People who come to Cricket stay with Cricket.
I started my own app company, and with Cricket, I'm able to answer calls from my engineers and investors and know my signal's going to be great.
5G boss mode activate. Smile, you're on Cricket.
An experienced QPC eater knows you should never let the ketchup that falls from the hot and juicy burger go to waste.
We love our house. The outdoor space is great, but we do have invasive weeds.
I think we got in the house.
I think you're right.
And of course, what this particular rose bush.
Stay away from my family!
Why are you so strong? At least Geico makes bundling my home and car insurance easy. We save so much.
You want me to get the spray stuff?
Get the spray stuff.
He's up here!
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
There's the captain of Team Romero, Sierra Romero. Very important decision back in the first inning on whether or not a ball was hit over the fence or just off the top of the fence. Sierra's wearing a microphone. Her conversation with Alex Leap. This is our end of the game with Air National Guard.
You guys can challenge it for a home run.
Okay, so they didn't challenge.
No,
you guys checked it.
We changed it. We changed it ourselves to
Can
a
I ask
double.
why?
Because two of us don't think that it left the park.
Okay.
We think it hit the top of the red.
You do?
Yeah. Now you can challenge it if you'd like. No, we got together. We fixed it as a crew. It's not a challenge.
Right, I got it.
Are you going to challenge or not? We're calling it a double.
All right, I'm going to challenge it.
Okay.
Home run.
As a captain, Sierra Romero earned her team 2 runs because of that captain's challenge.
That was so good. And I was wanting to hear the explanation one more time just to make sure we had it right, because it was a little funky. There was a lot going on there, and I loved the fact that the facilitator, Aaron Dixon, got in there as well and was helping assist the captain just to make sure everything was clear. And I think everyone played it pretty much as good as they could have, including the umpiring crew. If they thought that it didn't go out, they went ahead and said, okay, we're going to change the call ourselves. Even though it ended up, not being that, it was reversed anyway. But I like the fact that they took the initiative to say, hey, if we think that the call is something, we're going to reverse it. And you can also, he was explaining to her, you can also re-challenge it. And that's what she did.
And the officiating crew got it right.
Yeah.
The third base umpire, it was her call. She originally said home run.
Right.
But the other umpires got together, and because the majority in the 3 umpiring crew is 2, the other umpire said, we don't think it left the ballpark. That's when they reversed the call and changed it to a double. It was challenged by Sierra Romero, and it was confirmed to be a home run after review.
I just love the fact that add to all of it, it was her sister, right?
Yes.
So you get this grand slam for my sister. Love that.
And if she had sat on the challenge, we'd be tied at 2 right now. Romero draws the leadoff walk. That is the 4th walk allowed by Rachel Garcia. History is being made as Athletes Unlimited brings the first ever pro softball games to the Little League World Series in Greenville, North Carolina. It's going to happen this week. Tune in August 9th 4:30 and 7 Eastern Time on ESPN2 to watch the AU Pro games. Or get your tickets today to attend in person. Visit auprosports.com for more information. There was a buzz surrounding all of the players over the course of the weekend, knowing that they're going to hop on a plane and head to Greenville and get a chance to play down there.
I think it's so cool. It's going to be just so unique for both sides. I think for the little leaguers that are going to be welcoming the best of the best. I mean, these is the pro leagues, and their eyes are going to be so wide. They've watched so many of these players and on their favorite teams in the Women's College World Series. They're going to know who Odyssey Alexander is. They're going to know who Jessie Warren is, and you're going to see them right in front of your face. And then also have the professionals kind of stick around and watch the little leaguers and give them some love as well.
So this is the week 3 schedule. Normally it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday games. Nope. It's going to be Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday games. Games on Wednesday you can find ESPN2. Those will be played in Greenville, North Carolina. The first time that a regular season game for the championship season of AUX is played outside of Rosemont. Davidson golfs it into the left fielder Jasmine Jackson's glove. 1 down.
It's also so good for our sport to have the visibility on the ESPN platform or networks this time of year, because there's so much talk about our sport in the college year or the college months from February, of course, mayhem. That's what it's all about. Everybody's all glued into the Women's College World Series and the regionals now. Every site is televised, super regionals, of course. But you add this visibility for Little League and for AU in the month of August. For me, of course, I'm selfish. I'm like, yes, we should have this all the time. Give me softball on all my networks on all months of the year. So I think it's just huge for our sport and for the growth and the elevation.
And it's not going to be hard for the players to get to the airport. We are literally...
Where is the airport? No,
you probably can hear the planes overhead. We are right next to O'Hare Airport here in Chicago.
That's not what those things are, planes.
Oh my goodness. Sydney Romero is hit for the 2nd time in as many days. And Rachel Garcia ambles over, and I think she even apologized.
Going hard in. This is a backdoor curve and sits pretty toes up on the chalk there, but that ball runs away from Rachel, and there's only one place for it to go when you're going hard in, right-handed hitter. And Rachel, we talked about it earlier, she brings velocity. That's 70 miles an hour that you're wearing some part on your body. And you just hope as a batter, can it please just hit my elbow guard? Unfortunately for Sid, it looks like it hit a little bit higher than the elbow guard.
So Rachel Garcia has now faced 15 batters, and only 4 of the batters have put the ball in play. She's walked 4, Garcia has hit 2, and Garcia struck out 5. So what that really means is there's a whole bunch of pitches being thrown. She's got 1 out here in the 3rd inning and already thrown 77 pitches. As we take a look at the updated leaderboard. History earlier today on this field, Megan Faramo, 2nd no-hitter in the history of Athletes Unlimited softball. Garcia has jumped back into the top 10.
Hey, get some outs, right? That's
and
also...
her team won the 2nd inning.
Oh, there you go. So 10 points plus a couple of outs. But that shows you how close everything is outside of the top 4. Like, there's going to be separation by a point here, a point there.
Rachel Garcia on her day is currently -2. She gave up 40 points when she gave up the grand slam 4 earned runs in the 1st inning. But her team just won the 2nd inning, plus 10. And she has retired 7 batters. Every batter recorded out as a pitcher is a +4, so 7 times 4, 28. 28 plus 10, 38 points. And then the -40. So she's -2 on the day, in a nutshell.
Please don't ask me to do all that math. I was a journalism major. I did not like math. Had to take 1 class and called it good. So we'll let you and Rob handle that down there. And I'll just watch some in softball.
2 balls and a strike to Megan Wiggins. Wiggins has benefited from being with Team Romero all weekend. Not huge numbers for her, but she was 23rd out of 60 players at the beginning of the day today.
So that pitch right there, that's the exact same pitch that Rachel threw to Sydney Romero. It's just the difference of a left-handed hitter versus a right-handed hitter. There's so much more space for you to work with. You have that opening, throwing that backdoor curve away to the lefties. It's right back to it. If the right-handed batter is standing in the box, that's going to hit a right-handed batter. So it goes both ways. Also, you'll see the same thing with left-handed pitchers, with left-handed hitters, or trying to throw a backdoor to a righty, same thing. Just why there's always situationals, right? It's matchups, lefty versus righty, somebody really dependent on a backdoor curve or screwball.
Right back to Garcia. She'll get the out at third. On to first, not in time for Wiggins, who still runs well. 2 down.
There's a lot of good fielding pitchers in this league. We talked about Odyssey Alexander, Alicia Ocasio, Rachel Garcia. She's another one of them. Saw her play first base yesterday when she wasn't pitching for her own team. Presence of mind to get that lead out.
Shannon Rhodes. Rhodes had 8 home runs in 15 games last year during her rookie season. Was the Rookie of the Year here with Athletes Unlimited. Hit her first home run this season yesterday. Should end the inning. Harshman, underhand flip side, is retired. So again, a lot of pitches needed for Rachel Garcia, but she gets out of the inning unscathed.
Celebrating Pride has definitely given me like a bigger smile. It makes my cheeks hurt.
Support means everything. There's no more force on this planet more powerful than love, and what an opportunity to celebrate.
Being a year now that I've been out is such an amazing feeling. It's so freeing to me as an athlete to know that I am seen, that I am heard, that I'm appreciated.
I've definitely grown into who I'm supposed to be since coming out. For the younger generation, I hope that they understand that it gets better and that they do have people in their corner that do, you know, love them for who they are.
Don't feel like you have to dim your light for anyone. Let it shine and you'll make it to the top.
Powerful stuff. This is our first Impact Week game, celebrating Pride, and you just heard it straight from the players. Some of the things that they are able to celebrate while we're all here together for this 5-week window. Love is unlimited, as we say here with Athletes Unlimited, and couldn't be any more proud of being a part of this league.
They do such a good job at celebrating so many different things, whether it's the youth leagues or the LGBTQ day with the merch, having everybody involved. The giveaways with the bucket hat today, I was super excited to get one. I got here early with you, and I had one mission, and it was to get a bucket hat, and I can say I got the first giveaway of the bucket hat. Yeah, I was the first one, because everybody else was having to wait in line for the gates opening. And
Use your pass to get right on in here.
That's right, we got that press pass, so I was beelining to the bucket hat. I got one. We're taking home some swag.
All right, a chance to win another inning. Jesse Warren batting against Odyssey Alexander. It'll be Warren, Piper, and Jackson. Just one run, and it will be enough to win the inning for Team Garcia. And Garcia continues to take some awkward swings, and the ball harmlessly falls away from Romero. This is before our game. Wentz, Feckes, Taylor Edwards teaming up for our first pitch. They've been together for a while now, and Fantastic stuff.
Newly engaged. Got engaged during the AUX season. And I will say, I just tweeted at Gwen, she had some good velocity on that pitch. So I was pretty impressed. I was watching up here. We were getting ready to do our open. And, you know, she's a catcher. So she's been in a bullpen a time or two. But the form was good. The velocity was good. So maybe just a little high. But other than that, pretty good.
That was a pitch clock violation. So it's ball, and it's now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Jesse Warren trying to get something started against Odyssey Alexander.
You have 15 seconds to pitch the ball here at AU. It's the first one I think that we've had this weekend, right? There was a couple last weekend that I saw when we were watching, but first one that we've seen. Keeps the game moving. I love it. I mean, 15 seconds, that's really fast, but these pros can handle it because they're calling their own game, so the communication is just so quick. If there's a shake-off, it doesn't take a lot of time. There's no looking to the dugout. There's no looking to the wristband, looking to find whatever pitch is being called in, signaled in.
I know I'm on my soapbox here, but I don't understand why in college softball they allow
We don't have time for this, Eric.
coaches to call pitches. It makes no sense. They're in college. You don't allow your professor to take the test for you when you go to take your psychology test.
That's deep.
Coach the players, allow them to make decisions when the game is happening. That's what John Wooden would want. His coaching's done once the game starts. Anyway, Jesse Warren, the leadoff walk. So good start for Team Garcia here in the 3rd inning. Well, everyone loves to rep Athletes Unlimited, and you can too. Be sure to check out all the great gear, including the new Love is Unlimited t-shirt as part of our Pride Impact Week. Go to shop.auprosports.com to get yours today. So Odyssey Alexander may be her worst enemy. She has walked 3, and she has had consistent traffic behind her. Lily Piper hit the home run against Odyssey Alexander an inning ago. Oh, 0-2. Lily Piper was talking to Savannah Collins right after the home run, and she said she just ambushed Odyssey Alexander. Just wanted to get ahead, swing at the first thing she saw. Worked.
You can always feel that as a pitcher. I don't know what it is. It's not a good feeling, I will tell you that, but you can always tell when a hitter was just swinging no matter what. And it's so frustrating because you're like, and I threw it right where she was swinging. And it happens sometimes, but it also happens where you're throwing a changeup and they were swinging, trying to look for something high and tight. So, you know, it goes back and forth where you can make hitters look really stupid, but there's some other times where, man, it's like, she was on it.
Lily Piper strikes out. That is the first strikeout for Alexander.
And of course she's going to go outside because the pitch that Lily Piper hit was something high and in, so she goes low and out. And this is a great job also behind the plate. Shout out Mia Davidson. She does a great job getting behind that ball and framing it up.
Jasmine Jackson lays down the bunt. Sydney Romero makes the play. But that'll be scored a sacrifice. So it's a productive out for Jasmine Jackson. When you lay down a successful sacrifice bunt, it's a +10. Jasmine knows the rules. She probably helped create them, but she went to the inaugural class back in 2020.
Right. No, that is a great idea because a lot of times that's what she does to get a base hit as well. So it's like you're taking a gamble. Either way, you're getting some points.
So now runner in scoring position for the dangerous Taylor Edwards. Well, Odyssey Alexander hasn't been airtight by any stretch of imagination, but this is an important game for her. She began the day high up that leaderboard, and if she can continue to get outs, and if Team Romero can win this game and win innings, she could be a captain next week. into left field. There's going to be a play at the plate, and out at home plate is Warren. Beautiful throw by Bubba Nichols, and probably an even better tag by Mia Davidson. Great defensive play by Team Romero, and the side is retired. Team Garcia tried to win an inning. Wasn't meant to be.
Romo's Juliets have been all about the offense, but how about some defense here? I wasn't really sure about this end. There was a little hesitation. It looked like Jesse Warren rounding third base, but hey, the throw was on the money, and the tag by Mia Davidson, she had her out by a couple of steps.
I've seen some passionate college football fans.
Sling Blue 40, Sling Blue 40!
But with Sling TV, some are taking their love to the next level. Right on the numbers.
I can still suit up, right, Des?
No.
Yeah!
Let's not. With Sling, you can stream college football on ESPN for the best price. The college football you love, the live TV you love. Hey, can you pass the dip?
Has this happened to you? You get roped in with phone offers that bind you to a 3-year device contract. Break free with T-Mobile, introducing Go 5G Plus, the first plan that always gives new and existing customers the same great device deals, and you're upgrade ready in 2 years versus 3. Right now, bring T-Mobile your phone and get the amazing iPhone 14 on us. Trapped. Free.
Get the amazing iPhone 14 on us.
Trapped. Free.
Become an auntie. Book a flight. Stay 4 nights. Meet the baby. Make the baby cry. Give the baby back. Fly home. Silver tier in a single trip. Join One Key and move up tiers fast.
An experienced QPC eater knows you should never let the ketchup that falls from the hot and juicy burger go to waste.
We made it to the 4th inning. This is going to be a rollover inning. Whoever wins this inning, more runs than the other, will get a plus 20. Scoreless 3rd inning, so this one is worth 20. And Kelsey Harshman, in my opinion, maybe the most difficult out this entire weekend. She has been electric from someplace called Tucson, Arizona, Kenzie Fowler. But Kelsey Harshman escaped the desert, played up in Wisconsin for Yvette Healy. She was an all Big Ten performer 3 separate times, first team, and she has been a perpetual member of Athletes Unlimited Softball. Now her 4th season, of course. She is a medalist for Canada in the Olympics a couple of years ago. Been there, won that, Kelsey Harshman. She's wearing a microphone, too. Kelsey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Are you tired of me complimenting you?
No, I love it. Oh, we're going. Okay. No high fives this time.
Kelsey, I want to talk offensively. You've been red hot. You were 4 for 6 coming into this game. You had a home run. You've got a single. You've got a walk already today. Do you feel as good as you look?
Don't say that out loud. Oh, my gosh. No. People can't know that I'm hitting the ball that good. No, it feels good. I'm excited. I have been playing softball. This is like my second half of the summer. So I was with Team Canada start, and I was so jazzed to get here. I missed out on AUX, and so I'm glad I can come in here and just like pick up like right where I left off last season. So.
Yeah, Kelsey, update us on your schedule, your life. Like, what have you been doing the last 12 months?
Yeah, I left Tucson. I left Tucson like June 12th. Was in Toronto for a couple weeks. We had like final selection camp to prep for the World Call or the. I think they've changed.
World Cup qualifier.
World Cup qualifier.
Yeah.
It was like the stage. I was stage C or group C. Oh, Jessie, get up. Yeah,
Look at Jessie Warren.
She's
She
unreal.
is tougher than woodpecker lips. Had that collision at the plate a moment ago. She just rubs some dirt on it and makes the play of the game defensively.
Can you help us break her down? Like, what makes her so good at third base?
Dude, she has the best like first step on this planet I've ever seen, and then on top of that, she just has like the world's best like internal clock. Like she just knows how much time she always has. She knows how hard she needs to throw it, if she should bounce it, if this, and it's just I'm in awe every single time I watch her play defense. She's one of my favorite people to play with here, so it's pretty exciting.
I know you guys are worried about her. She had that awkward fall at home plate just a moment ago.
Yeah, it's tough, right? Like, you only get so many times to, like, go into home plate, and it is a little awkward. The plate is, like, indented, so it's just kind of awkward sliding in there. I mean, Bubba's got a cannon, so we were like, oh, let's send her, with an asterisk behind that because Bubba's throwing it. But, I mean, hey, you only get so many opportunities to score. We're chasing some runs, and, like, we want to win some innings, so we're going to kind of push whatever we need to push right now. Yeah, Rach. Yes.
Kelsey, since we were talking about it, we know that you're from Tucson, Arizona. You played, of course, in the Big Ten. But give people at home an idea. How are you able to play for the Canadian national team?
Yes. Okay, so I, was born in the USA, so I am an American citizen as well. Dang it. However, my mom was born in Canada, so I get my dual citizenship through her. Yeah, sis, here we go, babe. Yeah, Jess. And so I get my dual citizenship through her. I've always wanted to play with Team Canada. My mom, my aunts, and tons of my family members have represented Team Canada in softball, soccer. My cousins are actually representing, Team Canada swim now, which is so cool. Yeah, my cousin did an open water swim for the juniors in the Seychelles last year, and I was like, wow, your first event was in the Seychelles and mine was in Oklahoma City. I'm clearly playing the wrong sport. You're good, you're good.
All right, KJ, I'm going to ask you a question. This could go sideways, so I hope you say the right thing.
Okay.
You play for the Canadian national team. Have you ever tried poutine?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a true Canadian. That's
what?
good.
Come on.
I just figured you answered it the wrong way. You may not be able to go north of the border ever again.
No. French fries and gravy? Are you kidding, Eric? That's like the most elite combo ever. Add some cheese on there, then I get my, I get my Wisconsin piece in there too. So we're living the best of both worlds with some poutine.
Well, you've had so much success with Team Canada, but just like, obviously you have a lot of career left of you, but where you're at right now, what is maybe your favorite thing thus far in your career? Because you've kind of touched a lot of different pieces.
I mean, I won't lie. Winning the bronze medal with that squad is probably taking the top notch right now. Just all the stuff we went through, the delay in the games, and just like the extra year of training, like, oh yeah, it was so great. And right, you got that extra year to prepare, but it was like, oh my God, that's another 365 days of just asking your body to like truly exert like everything it's got every day. So it takes a lot on the body, it takes a lot on the mind. But I mean, it was a really, really cool experience. I am hoping we get to, we get to do it again for 28, because not jinxing anything, but hopefully you'll see me there. So
wow, you're still interested in doing it 5 years from now?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. More power to you.
Yeah. Well, she's got a great role model in front of her in Victoria Hayward, Danielle Laurie. Those are a couple of longevity through Team Canada. Jen Salling. There's a lot of players that have been doing it for a long time. What are you upset about?
Yeah, I would have loved that to have been a strike.
Yep.
That's okay.
Ask Victoria if it was a strike. She always has the best view.
I know. Vic, Kenzie wants to know if you thought that was a strike. Was that a strike? Yeah, she says yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The Canadian Coalition.
That's right.
Yeah. But I do have to just like tap in some of those names that you said, and Victoria is, I've looked up to her for so long. She's like one of my main people in this world, and I get to room with her this time at AU, and so it was a very long, I don't want to say long, but it was a little sad start to my summer, because she did not play with Team Canada, and it was the weirdest thing not having her there. And it's great to have Rafter and J-Sal still around the program, but there were so many crucial people that are just like, were so great. And so I love that I can still be around them, and they definitely bring the best version out of myself. So.
Well, it's Coach Rafter now, right?
Yes, it is Coach Rafter.
So head coach for the alum of the program, the catcher. Now she's the head boss.
Here we go. Yeah, she is the boss. She's making all the decisions. It's awesome, because I feel like I've listened to Rafter for like years. So now it's not anything new. She's just got so much. Yeah. Oh yeah. Me. I go. Pipes. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, right. I was mid.
I was going to say, we could have messed with her there.
I was mid-sentence, and then I was like, no, Kenzie, hold on. Piper, get out of here.
Let you have it.
Yeah.
Do you ever want to go into coaching? Is that something that maybe down the line?
I actually coached at Cienega High School. I know you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I know you would know that.
They were our rivals, all right, in high school, right?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, was that like Alexa Cash? Is that, were you that time?
Yes, so
okay.
she was a little bit younger than me, but I
younger.
want to say she was a junior my senior year in the state championship.
Yeah, oh, that's so fun.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's fun to, oh shit, oh God, I did not mean to say that, sorry.
It's all good, it's all good.
Yeah, great! I'm sorry!
Kelsey, fantastic stuff.
Okay, see you guys.
Scoreless, fourth, back in a moment.
Third to throw home. Got her! Enough for Hens to be there.
That's right. We are fans too.
Like Mike, if I could be like Mike.
You want to be like the greats? First, believe you are. Greatness requires drip, not like that, like this. The greats aren't afraid to fail. They're fueled by it. Trophies require greatness, but greatness doesn't require trophies. Because greatness isn't about what you've done, it's about what you do next.
Well, earlier today, history. Megan Faremo, a complete game, no-hitter. Just the second time in Athletes Unlimited softball championship season history that we have had a no-hitter thrown. First one, Kat Osterman, back in 2001. Just a dominant performance by Faremo, the rookie out of UCLA. Walked the first batter she faced in the first inning. Had an error behind her on a ball hit by Delaney Wiz in the fourth. But besides that, whole bunch of nothing. Zeros across the board. Congratulations to her. Right now, she is #1 by a large margin on the leaderboard.
Second complete game, and you get the W in both of them. Of course, the no-hitter with all of the exclamation points. Man, I am loving what I'm seeing from Megan Faremo in her rookie season.
And look who's watching. The only other pitcher to throw a no-hitter, Kat Osterman, and right after the no-hitter was completed, she texted, "Big congrats, Megan Faremo, with today's no-no at AU Pro Sports. Great performance. I'll get some of the best. Hashtag Club No-No." Can't join that club unless you earn it.
There's two of them. 1, 2.
Exclusive club. Sis Bates hangs in the air long enough for Bubba Nichols to make the play. Now looking at that leaderboard. Remember, the top 4 finishers after this game right here will be our captains for the Week 3 action that starts Wednesday down in Greenville, North Carolina. Faremo #1, I don't see that changing. Sierra Romero, Mia Davidson teammates, and then Ortez and Nichols all teammates. Even going all the way down to the 6th spot with Kelsey Stewart-Hunter, and that's nothing but Team Romero.
Said this yesterday about how well this Team Romero just came out and swung the bat. I don't know if it was the way Sierra drafted her team or the way that the team just had chemistry. There's a lot of things that can go into it. We talked to Savannah a little bit. She said that Sierra just wanted people that, quote unquote, had that dog in them. So there's a lot of dogs on this team, but they're going to be broken up. I can tell you that right now, because when a team is this good, the rest of the people that are drafting are watching, they're scouting, they say, all right, I gotta have some Bubba Nichols, I gotta have some Anissa Ortez, and there's gonna be some fights tomorrow.
This inning is worth 20 points. Team Garcia, if they can put across just one run, everyone on their roster will get a plus 20. Ball and 2 strikes to Hayward. Number, Alexander, not in time. Infield base hit for Victoria. 3rd hit of her weekend. And she's probably thinking about running in a situation like this. They'll up the stakes this summer by participating in the Fantasy Pick'em League. Next week, predict the top 4 and win a lizard skin bat grip from Marucci. Make your picks now at auprosports.com/fantasy. Here's Harshman. There goes Hayward. Didn't waste any time. Another stolen base for Hayward, 2nd of the weekend. That is a plus 10, and she's in scoring position.
All business right there. I love it. She gets up and turns to the dugout and, like, crank it up. Let's go. Use my momentum. Gets on base. Next pitch, stolen base. 20 points just like that for Vic.
Might as well hit a double. Harshman so far today, perfect. Singled in the 1st, walked in the 2nd. She is 5 for 7 on the weekend with a homer, a walk, hit by pitch, and she's stolen a base.
Did you not listen to her at all? She said, don't read my stats. I don't want people to know that I'm hitting the ball as well as I am.
And she's trying to talk to Victoria Hayward after that swing. Interesting. She walked about 2 feet in front of the batter's box and looked to be communicating with her Canadian national team teammate, Victoria Hayward.
These two are so locked in, to be honest, they could be calling their own hit and run. With how well Kelsey's been swinging the bat and how fast Victoria is, there could be a little decision making on their own.
Odyssey Alexander strikes out Harshman. 2 down.
It's another broadcaster jinx for you. Odyssey Alexander finally finding her pace here. I said she's her best when she throws hard, and that ball was clocked at 72. Screwball on the outside part of the plate. Usually screwball is typically going to be your fastest pitch because it's the most similar to a fastball. And that one was thrown with some hot velo.
Deja Mulipola. Caught by Alicia Ocasio. He's warming up at the bullpen for Team Romero.
Fielding pitchers. That's right.
Deja, last year's champion. Oh, and 2. Odyssey didn't like that ball. Looking to win a cool piece of AU softball memorabilia? Well, here's your chance with the opportunity to win a signed ball by the 2022 champ, number 15, Deja Mulipola. Go to auprosports.com/sweepstakes for rules and regulations and to register to win today. So Alexander and Davidson having a conversation. And again, Odyssey looking for a ball that fits her eye. What do you look for as a pitcher when you swapping up balls?
You want to make sure that it's not new, first of all. So it's got to be worked in a little bit. The worst thing you can do as a pitcher is throw with the new ball. You just don't have good grip, so it's going to slip out of your hands. And I will tell people this, but not every ball is the same. People will throw me a ball and I'll say, nope, don't like it. And they're like, it's yellow. It's worked in. I'm like, nope, don't like it. Seams are weird. You know, the leather's a little bit, I just don't like it. So every pitcher's a little bit different, but I can tell you one thing we all have in common is that we're picky about what ball we're thrown with.
How big of a deal is seams?
Huge.
Raised? Not raised?
Just enough.
Medium?
Just enough. If the seams are too big, then it makes the ball big and it spreads your hand out and you can't curl your fingers. So if there's no seams, well, then that's also hard because then you're trying to get a grip and lock your fingers in that way. So it's just, you want to have that just perfect amount where it's raised enough. And like I'm talking about. You could have 1 dozen in front of you and the same brand, it's coming out at the same time, but each ball is just a little bit different. And then it's so frustrating when a hitter, you finally get a ball that you like and a hitter fouls it off. And you're like, can somebody go run that down, please? Because that's my favorite one. Buy some time, get that one back in here.
If a ball has a scuff on it, do you immediately throw it out, or do you work with it?
I'll work with it until somebody takes it from me, because then it's going to cut a little bit more. It's a little trick. But umpires are usually on that. They'll, a ball will get rolled over or hit off the end of the bat, and they'll be like, hey, let me look at that. And I'm like, no, bring it back.
We had a pitch violation. Odyssey too deliberate. So the count on your screen is correct. 3 balls and 2 strikes. If you take too long, you get 15 seconds. You're assessed the ball. So that's why it's 3-2 to Mulipola. And it leads to a walk. So Mulipola keeps the inning alive, and the captain, Rachel Garcia, chance to really help her team and herself individually.
That was one heck of an at-bat from Deja Mulipola. This is a very important inning for Team Garcia. There are points on the line. And you could tell that's why Odyssey was being so deliberate, taking her time, making sure the ball was right, because that at-bat was very important. And now it just rolls over. Rachel Garcia, same thing. This is a very important batter for Team Romero, and probably more important for Team Garcia, who needs some points.
Rachel Garcia still has a chance of getting into the 4th captain spot. Currently ranked 9th, but she's pitching, she's getting outs there. Team has a chance to win this inning, which would be worth a +20. +71 miles per hour. Garcia currently 50 points behind Anissa Urtez, who's in the 4th spot.
I had a hard time believing that this was Rachel's first time being a captain in AU. It kind of surprised me.
Got off to a slow start last year in the championship season and was trying to work her way back. Got better every week.
That's an adjustment too. It's something that you haven't done before. You've got to figure out how to draft, try and keep people happy, keep the peace, get everyone some playing time if you can, but you've got to win, first of all.
2-2 for Alexander. Alexander got a ball and immediately said, I don't like that one. Looks like she's got a stash in her dugout. But no, this one's going to be okay. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 aboard. High drive, center field. Wynn's going to keep it in Megan Wiggins' glove. Side is retired. So again, Alexander gets into trouble and gets out of trouble. Rollover innings again. To the 5th we go.
When you buy 10 tickets on Vivid Seats, you get the 11th ticket free. I wonder what my 11th will be.
Hey, you're trash!
Living rent-free in a hockey player's head?
Or maybe just make some noise!
What's your 11th?
Has this happened to you? You get roped in with phone offers that bind you to a 3-year device contract. Break free with T-Mobile. Introducing Go 5G Plus, the first plan that always gives new and existing customers the same great device deals. And you're upgrade ready in 2 years versus 3. Right now, bring T-Mobile your phone and get the amazing iPhone 14 on us. Trapped. Free.
Get the amazing iPhone 14 on us.
Trapped. Free.
The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. Earn 2% cash back on what you want, like a lightweight road bike, clip-in shoes, and a moisture-wicking jersey.
What? Is it too much?
And 2% cash back on what you need.
What?
I think you missed a spot.
Is it bad?
It's not good.
The Wells Fargo Active Cash Card. That's real life ready.
We're live in Rosemont, Illinois. This is the home of Parkway Bank Sports Complex, the only home that AU softball's championship season has ever known. That's going to change later this week. We're going to play some games in Greenville, North Carolina, but that's a story for another time. It is a 4-2 lead for Team Romero, top of the 5th inning. Whoever wins this inning, their team will win 30 points. Well, this is the majority of your coaching staff down at Marshall in Huntington, West Virginia. Morgan Zirkle, who has been a lifer here with Athletes Unlimited. She's the head coach now, and she has hired Sydney McKinney and Allie Harrell on her coaching staff. So that's a really cool AU connection. Allie Harrell is with us right now. She's our star in the stands. Allie, tell me about Morgan Zirkle as a leader and why you chose to be an assistant coach under her.
You know, she's a great leader in both on the field and then just a mentor and learning underneath her. And I got to get the chance to really get to know her last year, and of course through the alumni whenever she comes back to Marshall. So to be able to get the opportunity to then coach underneath her, I was 100% ecstatic and excited to be able to stay on staff with her and continue to learn underneath her. I think she's a great leader, and I think she'll be great for our program. She has a way to connect with young people and young minds, and me be included. So I think that it'll be great for our program and the girls on our team.
Allie, you've got Lydia and Annie, and I'm sure you're meeting some more people around you, but I'm just curious, where is everybody from?
They're all from about 45 minutes away. My friends here up in the front. They really want to say hi to you guys.
Yes,
hey.
As they should.
Hi. Hi.
Mia Davidson, no doubt about it. Third homer of her year, second of the weekend. Davidson swinging the hot bat.
So my friends over here actually just called this. They said that Orange was going to come out strong this inning. So Lydia and Ella called this one.
Well, we knew, we talked about it earlier, that they were fans of the Grand Slam. So
they are. They're fans of the long ball.
We like the long ball here. Taking a look at this pitch from Mia Davidson. Curveball on the outside part of the plate, and she just has so much power. Allie, I'm curious, playing in this league, is there someone that you are maybe more excited to get to play with or maybe to pick their brain? I know you're in coaching right now. A player in particular that you're like, I want to learn a little bit more from them.
A little bit of everyone, honestly. And I think that being on the blue team, I really got to learn a lot from my boss herself.
Yeah.
But then I got to kind of learn from the pitchers and kind of like how they pitch to hitters. And that's really cool because I'm really interested in like their goal of like pitch calling and location and stuff like that. But kind of just everyone and being able to learn all the different ways in which they learn and what works best for them.
When you're coaching at Marshall, what is your role? Like, are you specifically working anything defense, offensively? Like, what's your specialty?
Corners and infield, and then kind of helping around with hitting.
What's going on here? We got a hit by
Allie,
pitch.
we're going to say thank you. This is interesting. What happened here at the plate? Thank you for your time, Allie. It's been fantastic, and thank you to your friends.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for coming. Yeah, bye.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Thank you.
Sydney Romero thought that she was hit with a pitch, but I guess the ball hit the bat, or maybe she didn't try and get out of the way, but she's not awarded first base.
Well, remember, she did get hit in her last at-bat against Rachel Garcia. Rachel was going in tight. Sydney did have the grand slam in her first at-bat.
Okay, this is the pitch before.
She's working that backdoor curve.
either she didn't get hit or she didn't try and get away from pitch.
It looks clean to me.
And Romero was on her way to first. They actually called it a strike. Now the big blow already this inning. Mia Davidson giving Team Romero a chance to win this 5th inning. This inning is worth 30 points. It's a rollover 2 times. Oh, and there Romero's hurt. And that stings. Oh my. 2nd time she's been hit today, the 3rd time this weekend. Nothing about the softball is soft. Yeah. Sierra Romero's talking to someone. Well, she's not only protecting her teammates, she's protecting her sister.
Yeah. And it's just the way that the last 2 at-bats for Sydney, and you just think about the grand slam in the 1st inning, she gets hit in the 3rd, now hit again in the 5th, and we talked about how hard Rachel Garcia throws, so it makes a little bit more of an impact when you're getting hit twice, the way that the velocity is coming in. And then, of course, you got to factor in that's big sis, little sis, that mama bear's coming out.
But I can't imagine that Rachel Garcia had any desire to hit Sydney Romero. She's already given up 1 run here in this 5th inning. Still nobody out. She doesn't want base runners.
Here we go. Base together here.
But this has been kind of common for Rachel Garcia. She leads the league in hits batters. She has hit 4 now on the year, 2 weeks into the season. Megan Wiggins.
Does have 5 walks in the game, and you talked about the hit by pitches, 3 in this game. So then you're looking at that's 8 free passes, which is so uncharacteristic for her. So I can tell you, watching her the majority of her career, it's just a little bit of location issue, and that happens as pitchers, man. There's so many times where just things aren't feeling great and they're not going right. You're trying to make things click, and then you're forcing the issue, and it just kind of starts to spiral a little bit, trying to find the zone. And she's also a captain, so you've got that added pressure to it. And as pitchers, that's the worst thing you could do on yourself, is add pressure. There's already so much that goes into having the ball, being in control of the game, and then you just add the captainship for the first time, and, you know, she'll find it. I'm not worried about her at all, but you can just tell that it's just a location thing right now. And it would be one thing if she's been around the zone and all of a sudden she hits Sydney Romero twice, but it's just kind of been that kind of a day where the ball's been a little bit all over the place.
She's already thrown 118 pitches, making 119. And she's yet to record an out here in the 5th inning. Well, we're playing for an inning win. This inning is worth 30. Because of the home run by Mia Davidson, Team Romero is going to try and protect at least that 1 run when we get to the bottom of the 5th. Jesse Warren, Lily Piper, Jazz Jackson expected to hit for Team Garcia. These are almost desperate times for Team Garcia. They haven't won all weekend long. You win in this league when your team wins as a group. Innings add up. Winning the 50 points at the end for winning the game is huge.
There's still a lot of opportunity for everyone that's on Team Gold right now for the next 3 weeks, right? So individually, if you're not happy with where you're at on the leaderboard, there's so much more time to get back to it.
Called strike 3, and there goes the runner down to second. What a smart play by Romero. She's going to go all the way to third as the ball is thrown into right field. So the strikeout of Megan Wiggins but a delayed steal, which is going to be a +10, and then going to third on the error.
Just heads up here, and you can see her right there. She took a look at where Kelsey Harshman and Sis Bates, they were not covering second base, so they're up a little bit. That is heads up. And glad to see her running well. She got hit in the leg, so still got a spring in her step there.
That's some old school softball. You get hit, you take it out of the base paths. Here's Shannon Rhodes. Infield is in all the way around. Sydney Romero's now had a really good day. You get that home run in the first inning, the grand slam giving her a +40. Hit with 2 pitches. That's +8, and now a stolen base. Stolen bases are +10. One and two. It's amazing when you think about what Faremo did. 91 pitches to get through 7 innings. Garcia, 126 pitches with 1 out here in the 5th.
I wonder how much longer she's going to leave herself out there. You have to think this is a quicker turnaround for AU this week. They've got games on Wednesday. And she's probably going to be either a captain or a high draft pick just because of what she's been able to do. So there's a good chance of her throwing on Wednesday as well.
The other pitching options for Rachel, she could opt for Peyton St. George, Shannon Sale, Sydney Littlejohn Watkins.
But at the same time, devil's advocate with myself here. You're the captain, you're the pitcher. I want those points out there. So I'm here to win. I'm going to pitch a little bit longer if I need to.
Popped up. 2 down. Yeah, you get those outs. That was +4 for Garcia.
Exactly.
So the last hope for Team Romero to add on to the 1 run they've already scored here in the 5th inning is Nadia Taylor. Nadia was robbed an inning ago. Began the 5th with a hot smash that took Jessie Warren to her knees. Warren threw her out. Two 2-0. Garcia may just be tired.
She really wanted that backdoor curve to be called a strike. I'm looking at my Yakkertech K-board, and that's a ball and a half off. So she's going to take a little time out, talk to Taylor Edwards. And I think Taylor Edwards is a really good partner for her. You talk about a veteran, just a calming presence, has seen everything that our game has thrown. And so, a little bit of hard times here for Rachel in the circle. I think if you're going to go through that, I would definitely want to have Taylor behind the plate.
3-0. Would you expect Nadia Taylor to take everything here?
No, not Nadia. She wants to hit. She wants 40 points.
Taking all the way.
It's one of those things, 3-0 count as a hitter. You look for exactly what you want, whether that's an outside pitch or an inside pitch. You're never going to really sit change, but if you don't like it, you take it.
5-pitch walk to Taylor. That is now 7 walks allowed by Garcia. I don't have it in front of me, but that's got to be close to an AU record. I can't imagine any other pitcher has ever walked 7 in a game.
And I've never seen her personally walk that many. And you also count in the 3 hit by pitches, so 10 free passes.
Softly hit. This should end the inning. Harshman tags out Taylor, and the side is retired. So again, could have been a lot worse for Rachel Garcia, but one run does score on the home run by Davidson.
Well, the second home run of this game for Team Romero, Romeos, Juliets. And this is the second home run of the weekend for Mia Davidson. So she's racking up the individual stat points. And oh yeah, she's also on a winning team.
Team Romero scored one time at the top of the 5th inning. If Team Garcia doesn't score here in the 5th, it'll be 30 points for Team Romero for winning the 3rd, 4th, and now the 5th. Team Romero also leads overall in the game. 5-2 is our score. It's going to be a busy week around Athletes Unlimited softball. Going to take the show on the road. Games on Wednesday, both of them on ESPN2. First one's at 4:30, next one's at 7. Those games will be played in Greenville, North Carolina. Little League Softball World Series in Greenville. And then it's back here to Rosemont for 2 games on Saturday and 2 games on Sunday.
It'll be so fun. Little league, little professional softball.
Here's your live leaderboard. The top 4 players will be captains for week 3. Megan Faremo, I think she's going to keep the top spot. But look at who's nipping at her heels. Mia Davidson is now in the 2-hole. Sierra Romero, her teammates, 3rd.
I wonder if they know that. They probably wouldn't want to know, but it's just interesting, right? You have the captain and Sierra Romero drafts Mia Davidson, and then you hit 2 home runs in a weekend, and your team wins. You're going to scoot your way up that leaderboard, but man, in the 2-hole, love it.
Jesse Warren, first pitch, foul ball. Team Garcia needs at least 1 to tie the inning. Keep these points alive. It'll be Warren, Piper, and Jackson against Odyssey Alexander. Hey, Jesse Warren. Best swing of her weekend. Line drive single.
It's got to feel good for Jessie. She's been doing it defensively, but we've been waiting. We know how hard she can hit the ball. It's been jammed up a little bit. Finally gets a piece that she can hit, and we see how hard she hits it off the bat. That was exit velocity of 87 miles an hour.
Lily Piper, sneak attack bunt. Piper homered off of Odyssey Alexander to lead off the 2nd inning. Oh, 2 to Piper. Team Garcia lost on Friday against Team Faremo 4-1. Lost on Saturday against Team Zirkle 13-4. Bit of a surprise. If you looked at how this team was comprised, and a lot of veterans, people who've done some great things. Mulipola, Garcia, Jesse Warren, Victoria Hayward, Kelsey Harshman. But it just hadn't happened.
It's what I love about this league. It's like the game doesn't know who's supposed to win, and just because you have a stacked lineup, you know, it just may not be there. And you never know which team is going to be the most successful team going into every single week. And then you have a successful team like Team Romero, and guess what? You got to roll the card, shake the dice, whatever it is, and mix them up. New teams next week, and then you got to figure it out all over again. And I would love to be a part of this league as a player, because after a weekend, I would do a lot of internal self-reflection. If you were on a winning team or a losing team, and how did you play a part in whatever the success was? Do you need to do something a little different? Do I need to emulate what somebody else was doing? They were a little bit better leader.
Piper strikes out. Big out number 1 for Team Romero.
Lily Piper, she had a home run off of Odyssey Alexander. It was the first pitch that Alexander threw in relief in the second inning, but her last 2 at-bats, Alexander's gotten the better of her with the curveball outside, and then the changeup for 2 strikeouts.
Fouled back to the screen by Jasmine Jackson. It's going to be interesting to see what Odyssey Alexander's numbers look like after this half inning if she can get Jackson and Edwards and win the inning. It would be a plus 30 for everyone on Team Romero, but Odyssey Alexander, because she's pitched effectively, the outs are starting to add up in her favor. She's 6th in the league right now. 608 points, but if they win this inning, add 30 to that, and plus there'd be 2 more outs, that's plus 8. So if she gets out of this inning unscathed, add 38 points to her total. We'll figure it out. Pitchers who are captains, I believe, have a huge advantage. You can determine when you pitch and when you don't pitch. There's some pitchers right now. Oh, Jasmine Jackson is out. They appeal down the line at first, and she did swing, so it's 2 outs.
Probably a good call. Barely got there.
Would you agree if you're a pitcher and you control when you pitch and when you don't pitch?
Oh, that'd be so great. It's like every pitcher's dream.
Ball gets away. That is huge. Oh, my. The wild pitch puts Warren in scoring position for one of the best clutch hitters the game of fast pitch has ever known in Taylor Edwards.
Yeah, if I was a pitcher and I'm a captain myself and I'm scouting who I'm going to be pitching against, you're looking at what's the makeup of every team, because there's going to be some hitters that just personally you don't like pitching to. Maybe they've got your number on a pitch here or there, and so you're like, hey, bullpen, let's hit it. You guys got this one, and I'm going to feel a little bit better maybe on this Friday matchup. And then you can kind of just watch situationally, right? Ooh, this looks like a good time for me to come in and get some points. Low stakes, let's do it.
All right, she's got to do some work down in the count 3-0 against Taylor Edwards. If Odyssey Alexander gets out of this inning unscathed and Team Romero wins this inning, she will move up to 646 points. Anissa Urtez is in 4th place with 654 points. So she'll have 8 more points than Odyssey. But if Team Romero wins the game, that's a plus 50 for everyone.
Now you're talking MVP because she's thrown the majority of the innings.
There's a really decent chance, better than decent chance, that Odyssey Alexander is going to be a captain for week 3.
Ooh, I think that would be her first.
And it would be kind of important for her, too. She is from that part of the world. She's from the Virginia, North Carolina area. And getting a chance to play games in Greenville, North Carolina would be a lot of fun for her.
And you just hear it, you know, Team Alexander, Captain Odyssey, like it's just your name is talked about it every single week.
Uh-oh! Did she? I haven't seen the ruling. She did! Bubba Nichols saves the day! What a huge play for Bubba Nichols. Hopefully she is okay. What should be a euphoric moment right now is a tense, scary moment. Bubba Nichols gave up her body for her team. Oh boy, you can hear a pin drop here.
Well, because of what is on the line right now, these players are giving their everything. Bubba Nichols is laying it all out for her team. This is an amazing catch. Might be the catch of the weekend. She comes up with it. She holds on. That's a huge catch for Team Romero. Everything is coming down to a couple of points here, and Bubba Nichols just saved the day.
It's a great lot. And the previous owner was really into DIY.
Ah. Is that a chinchilla?
Yes. Stair slide, a Murphy tub.
Finding a perfect home is hard. Thankfully, Geico makes it easy to bundle and save.
Popeye's Big Box is back. Does it make sense that 2 pieces of their signature chicken, 2 regular sides, and a biscuit is just $6.99? Why don't you let your mouth answer that question? We don't make sense. We make chicken.
Has this happened to you? You get roped in with phone offers that bind you to a 3-year device contract. Break free with T-Mobile, introducing Go 5G Plus, the first plan that always gives new and existing customers the same great device deals, and you're upgrade ready in 2 years versus 3. Right now, bring T-Mobile your phone and get the amazing iPhone 14 on us. Trapped. Free.
Get the amazing iPhone 14 on us.
Trapped. Free.
Can I have some Lay's? What you watching?
The FIFA Women's World Cup. These women are some of the best of all time. Can I show you? Imagine this Doritos is Abby Wambach. She passes it to Brandy Chastain. She shoots! She scores!
Become an auntie. Book a flight. Stay 4 nights. Meet the baby. Make the baby cry. Give the baby back. Fly home. Silver tier in a single trip. Join one key and move up tiers fast.
Well, we're hoping she's okay. Bubba Nichols scheduled to lead off this 6th inning. She made the defensive play of the game, possibly the series this weekend, to save a run.
Taking another look at this, she got a good jump and then all out, and you could just tell it was a little bit awkward, her glove and her wrist hand. Just watch it bend back just a little bit there. Yeah, it's a little awkward, but how does she hold on to her glove? You could see that when her wrist bent back, her glove was really trying to come off her hand, and she held on.
Bubba Nichols did not have a hit today. She has walked twice, but I think there's a chance she could win one of the MVPs just because of that catch. It was that important. It gave 30 points to everyone on her team.
I will tell you, these players are incredibly smart about who gets MVPs. It's not just stats driven. It's, you know, momentum shifting catches. And we were chatting about the MVPs that were voted from the last game with Megan Faramo's no-hitter. When it was all said and done, we were off air and the MVPs come in. The MVP 1, of course, Megan Faramo, duh. MVP 2 was her battery mate.
Crazy.
Jordan Roberts, who you said did not have a hit in the game, but she gets MVP 2, which is just the respect and just the knowledge. And it's because so many of these players are coaches. They get it. If you're going to have a no-hitter, there's so much credit that goes into who's calling the game and who's behind the plate. And it was Jordan Roberts who gets rewarded with MVP 2.
Bubba Nichols. That was almost the exact same ball that she made a catch on a moment ago, and this time she gets a hit out of it.
I guess the wrist is okay. Probably didn't feel good, though.
So Nichols is now on her weekend 5 for 9 with 4 walks. She's been aboard 9 times. On base percentage is skyrocketing. All right, we're going to have a chair chat right now with the first baseman for Team Romero, Kelsey Stewart Hunter. Kelsey, how you doing?
Good, how are you guys?
Hey, I don't know, is this Odyssey calling you this, or does everyone call you this? I heard her call you Mama Stu the other day.
Yeah, everyone. I'm Mama Stu to everyone.
And you're okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Awesome.
I also heard Gwen call your double, what was it, a mubble, a mobble?
Yeah, mom double.
Mom double. That was so funny. Well, talk about that. Of course, you have a kid. You miss AU last season. You come back, and I was talking about your offense. I thought you've been swinging the bat maybe as well as, I mean, it's a long time. We can go back to the Florida Gator USA years, but like, what is it this year? You look good.
Thanks. I honestly, I'm just not trying to do too much. I think it's like refreshing being back in leadoff. I haven't been there in a long time. So like you said, kind of back to the Florida days where I know my role exactly. And as a leadoff, your job is to get on base, no matter what it looks like, no matter how you do it. And so I'm kind of thriving on that, just like finding a way, doesn't matter how. Getting walked twice today, like I'm like over here patting my back, like I'm doing my job. So
yeah, talk about the recovery and how you had to get yourself, of course, physically, we all know that, but I feel like more so mentally after, you know, you're now a mom and you're getting ready to come back in to be a professional.
Yeah, I think honestly the hardest thing for me is like not knowing where my son is at all times. I know he's with his dad, but I'm like over here like, where is he? Why do you not have him? Like, what is he doing? My husband's like, chill out. I'm like, it's you know. But it's been a lot of fun. It's cool to have like a kid, and he looks. I don't know if you've seen him, but he looks exactly like me. I'm pretty sure my husband
Twins.
did nothing. Right.
There he is. We're showing him right now. He's out in left field.
Right.
Yeah.
So
can you see him?
He looks just like me, and it's cool to see like have a kid in the stands, and like I get to still do what I love and kind of show out, ball out, and like hopefully, you know, one day he's in my position.
Kelsey, one of the best athletes of your generation. You could have played any sport, just an Olympian. You've done fantastic stuff. But what was it like when you saw your first live pitching after taking the time off?
Yeah, so I actually took some live at-bats like in the off-season off Kaylani Ricketts and Lily. And my first at-bat, I was honestly scared. I'm like, all of her limbs are coming at me. She's spinning the ball. It looks like it's going to hit me. I'm like, what is going on? It felt like it was 100 miles an hour. So to see how far I've come from my first live at-bat back to now, I'm like, wow. You know, it's like riding a bike.
Weekend's coming to a close. Your team has been the dominant team. You tried to go 3-0 on the weekend. What's been the big secret?
Honestly, like we're truly just enjoying each other. I love that there's no pressure. Like no one is putting pressure on one another to do the big thing. It's kind of like we're trusting each other to know your role. You're a professional athlete. So to just know your role, know what you're supposed to do up to bat, like bunt in those situations and just play good softball. Doing the little things like bunting people over, like not taking those things, which I think sometimes in this league you can take them for granted, just a little bit of like the bunts and all of the walks and hit by pitches and all of those things because you want the big ball for the 40 points. So just playing good softball, fundamental softball has really been key for us.
Well, there's so many of the Team Orange that you guys are atop the leaderboard, and we were talking about how, well, I was saying that this team is probably going to get broken up because of all the points that you guys have accumulated. Have you guys talked about that at all?
We kind of in our group chat today, we were like, let's go out on a high note, and everyone's like, I'm going to miss you guys. So it's already a thought, and we realize that, but hopefully we're, get the majority of us back on one team.
There you go.
And Kelsey, I've always wondered this. Obviously, you're super smart. You can do whatever you wanted to do. But athletically, you can do anything you wanted to do. If you weren't playing softball, what would you have done athletically? What other sport was kind of closest to your heart?
I would 100%. So I was a gymnast for a while, but I never did it but tennis.
Oh.
Tennis is it. Like, I love watching tennis. I think it makes a lot of money,
That's
I'm
true.
all about money. So
That's true.
I think I would 100% have done tennis.
I actually thought you were going to say, because you told me this before, something. You were a competitive cheerleader, am I right?
Yes, I was All-American.
All-American! Were you a flyer? Were you a base?
Base, and I was a tumbler. I was always doing the flips for everybody.
So there's different positions. Did you know that, Kenzie? Yeah. Great stuff.
I have one more question, because you guys won the poll for Best Creative Celebration with Romeo's Juliets. Number one, who came up with the name? And then number two, who came up with the knighting at home plate? Because that is just legendary.
Yeah, so actually it was Erin. She came up and we're like, wow, that's amazing. They all wanted to be Trace's aunties, and I'm like, what the heck? So, but we came up with Romeo's Juliet, and then the knighting, what we were just talking before the game one day, and it was like a collective effort, and everyone just bought in, and I think when everyone buys in, you win it.
Kelsey, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Great stuff. Enjoy watching you play so far this year. You've got it going on.
Thanks for coming, guys.
So say make sure that she tells the team that they won the celebration poll. It's very important.
It's more important than winning 3 straight games.
You get both of those. It's just everything's going well.
Okay, we got runners on at first and at second. We had the single by Bubba Nichols. Mia Davidson was hit. Good golly. And now 3 balls and 2 strikes to Sydney Romero. And Sydney almost got hit again. Instead, she'll take the walk. Walk and hit batter is worth 8 as well. So it's a bases loaded situation with 2 outs. Nothing has come easy for Rachel Garcia. 154 pitches. I'm not sure we've ever seen 154 pitches by one player
in AU?
In an AU game.
Okay. And it's so interesting. You look up to the scoreboard and checking the stat broadcast, only 4 hits against her. So
so much traffic.
Right. Every inning I'm looking down, two left on base, 2 left on base, 1 left on base. So you're pitching with stress every single inning. And, you know, pitch counts are one thing, but it's what the pitch count is. It's a lot of stress. And this game for Rachel has been a lot of stress.
She has walked 8 batters. That is a new Athletes Unlimited record, now in our 4th season. She has hit 4 batters, which ties the AU all-time record that was originally set by number 00. Rachel Garcia last year, August 27th, 2022. All right, so we're in the 6th inning. Garcia has gotten 3 outs in the first 5 innings. That's 15. She's got 2 outs here. That's 17. 17 times 4 is 68 points for outs. She's gotten 5 earned runs allowed. It's -50. She's still plus 18 on the day. High pop-up isn't going to be playable. Oh my goodness. An inch away from Jessie Warren. Jessie Warren can't get it, nobody's going to get it.
I was gonna say, she actually made this close. There's no reason that should be close, making it that play. But not for Jessie.
Special kind of athlete. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Wiggins. Softly, Bates, great play. Sis Bates had no other option than to tag Mia Davidson on the way by. What a smart play by Sis Bates.
A little bit of the celebration from Romo's Juliets. You hit a home run, they're gonna knight you at home plate. I'm telling you, no other celebration is gonna be topped.
Representation when I was young. I looked up to baseball players like Jeter. I want to be just like Jeter. I think it's so wonderful that there's women in sport now and they can aspire to be just like us.
What a play, Sis Bates!
You give little girls a hope and a dream that, hey, maybe that can be me.
Oh my goodness!
Called strike 3.
Everybody wanna go and talk it. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
Athletes Unlimited Softball on ESPN is sponsored by Aspiration, a global leader in financing climate impact. It's been a lot of fun here. Week 2, Parkway Bank Sports Complex, Rosemont, Illinois. And chronicling it all, Jade Hewitt, who is the lead photographer, has been for years with Athletes Unlimited. She does a fantastic job. Well attended as well. Doubleheaders Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We've made it to the bottom of the 6th inning. Odyssey Alexander remains in the game.
I want to give a quick shout out to the social team too for AU. They do a phenomenal job. They're always getting the scoop. They've got the cinematic highlights, but always putting out fun videos about like what's your favorite TV show. There was one last week about which Barbie they were coming after the Barbie movie. I thought that was so fun. So shout out to the social team for AU.
So Alicia Ocasio explaining her fit.
Yes, the pregame content. If you get here early to the ballpark, I mean, they've got content on content. You'll be well entertained.
Here's Sis Bates. Sis Bates saved the day for Team Garcia. Early part of the 6th inning. Bases loaded, ball hit slowly into the hole, and Sis did not have a play at first, but she was able to understand that Davidson was running from second to third in front of her, and that was her only option, so she made the tag on the way by. Instincts. Sis has been playing pepper with Bubba Nichols. She's flied out to left twice. I may be wrong, and I'm not. The only ground ball out in our game for Team Garcia was on a bunt, a sacrifice bunt by Jasmine Jackson. Everything else has either been a strikeout or a fly ball out.
I would say you're correct, but you already said that, so.
Odyssey Alexander beginning this inning in the 6th spot on our leaderboard. 6th out of the 60 players. Bubba Nichols is 4 points ahead of her in the 5th spot. Another teammate, Anissa Urtez, is 8 spots ahead in the 4th hole. But if Odyssey can finish this one off, get a couple more outs pitching, you'd think that maybe she'd have some opportunity to get some MVP consideration. There's a good chance Odyssey Alexander is going to be a captain this week. Can't go backwards, though. On the ground, foul.
She's been working the curve and working the rise. The majority of her pitches are going to be spinning up. That's why you see so many foul balls, and she likes to throw to the arm side. So whether it's a left-handed hitter, it's going to spin. Rise ball will also throw a screwball when the left-handed hitter's up, but everything usually is trending up. 90% of her spin is going up.
To left again. That is the 3rd time today that Sis Bates has flied out to Bubba Nichols. There's your leaderboard updating. Oh, right there. Odyssey moves from 6th to 5th. Just climbed ahead of Bubba Nichols because of a catch made by Bubba Nichols. If Bubba Nichols had dropped that,
it, yeah.
she would still be in 5th place.
But then you're also putting your team in jeopardy of losing inning points. So there's so much that goes into it. And I know a lot of people watching always wonder, like, why aren't there points for making plays or maybe losing points for getting errors or even catchers for throwing out runners? And I think if you kind of lay it all out, it's pretty much as good as you can plan it because you're eliminating the threat of another team stealing 10 points from you and winning the inning. So defense is a team thing, and we're all in it together. You got to save the 10 points and limit the damage. So I kind of like that aspect of the defense, that there's nothing individual about the innings, because it's true. It's not one person out there. It's all 9 of us against the one hitter, right? You're trying to do your job and not let them get on base and come around to score.
Yeah, the math has worked for 4 years. The algorithm that was constructed back in 2020, it has been proven to be fantastic. We've identified the best player every year. It was Kat Osterman year 1, no doubt about it. Year 2 is Alicia Ocasio. No one questioned it. Last year, Deja Mulipola. It was clear, passing the eye test.
Yep. And then also, if you're proving yourself defensively, you're going to be a worthy type of player, and you're going to get drafted higher up the leaderboard, which means maybe you're going to a better team. Like, so it all just rolls over. It makes sense.
Victoria Hayward, 1 for 2. She has accumulated points with a walk and by stealing a base. No one has ever stolen more bases than Victoria Hayward in the history of Athletes Unlimited softball. Call her the Queen, Queen Victoria. Vic is born in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I asked her if she was named for Queen Victoria, and she kind of laughed and said, I know my mom was a big fan, but they've never admitted it. Stuart Hunter wins the race to the bag. One former Olympian puts out the other former Olympian. All right, here comes Kelsey Harshman. She's been wearing a microphone all game long. Let's go into the game.
Over here, so I can cover a little more middle, because she's been shooting some balls middle, and you're good at fielding, so you get the bunt. If she hasn't really bunted, though, so.
Yeah. If you want to play back, I got you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still going to be one.
No, yeah, that's fine. You should have so caught that.
Yeah, man.
You should have ran right through Sid.
I did the last second.
Get out of here.
She enjoys playing the game.
Loved our chat that we had with her earlier. She was doing a good job of keeping us informed with her life, also playing her position.
She's from your hometown, Kenzie Fowler. You guys
That's right.
both from Tucson, Arizona.
You bet.
The one that got away.
She was. She was the one that got away. I stayed, she went. Her and my sister both went to the Big Ten.
Two balls and a strike to Harshman. We've got 10 points on the line here for the 6th inning. Team Romero couldn't score against Rachel Garcia. Two and two, 70 miles per hour. Odyssey Alexander still with that strength, 99 pitches into her outing. This is interesting. Kelsey Harshman's actually swinging Jesse Warren's bat.
How would you know that?
Look at the knob. The knob says 30. It's the bat that Jesse always swings. You wonder if she's going to wear it. They're not. There's the 30 right there. If they're not teammates, she probably can't swing her bat.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
There's been a lot of hits in that bat for Kelsey Harshman this weekend, but not there. Strikeout by Odyssey Alexander. She gets a 1-2-3 inning for the first time today. To the 7th we go.
People who come to Cricket stay with Cricket. Like one of our favorite customers, Michelle.
I started my own app company, and with Cricket, I'm able to answer calls from my engineers and investors and know my signal's going to be great. If I had to describe Cricket in 2 words, they would be reliable and affordable.
5G Boss Mode activate. Smile, you're on Cricket.
All the ways to have a Whopper could unite the nation. No matter if you like impossible or double bacon, we can agree there's a Whopper for you. 200,000 ways, boom, there's the proof.
BK, have it your way.
It's a great lot. And the previous owner was really into DIY.
Okay.
Automatic shades. Stair slide.
At least we could bundle our home and car insurance with Geico.
True.
Super slippery. Woo!
Is that a chinchilla?
Yes. Wait till you see this. A Murphy tub.
Finding a perfect home is hard. Thankfully, Geico makes it easy to bundle and save.
What? Look at all that floor space.
Eat pretzels. Eat more pretzels. Watch movies. Watch more movies. Get airline miles. Get One Key Cash. Book in-app to earn One Key Cash on top of your airline miles.
Romo's Juliets. It's been a long game, but we've had some offense, and it started in the first inning. There was a little bit of a controversy with this grand slam from Sydney Romero. After review, they said yes, it was a grand slam. And then Mia Davidson, of course, she's been hitting the ball so well this week, and this is her 2nd home run of the weekend for Romo's Juliets. So you put this team together offensively, and they have been tough to beat. And if we sit right now and decide who the captains are because of the points, well, guess what? 3 of them are on the same team. So it's going to be really interesting to see how the rest of this game shakes out.
Wow. For every run scored during this year's Athletes Unlimited softball season, Aspiration committed to planting 10 trees. Heading into this week, 380 trees have been committed this season thanks to Aspiration's support. It's remarkable the different days that we have had this weekend. Friday, pitchers duels. Yesterday, slugfests. Today, 5-2, but still low-scoring affairs.
Yeah, a little bit more intense, where you feel like you're in the ball game until the 7th inning. Versus yesterday, it feels like the games were put away pretty early.
Peyton St. George comes into the game, and the first thing she does is she drills Shannon Rhodes. So combined, that is now 5 batters hit by Team Garcia pitchers. There's Peyton St. George from Mechanicsville, Virginia, the original great player for the Duke softball program. Rachel Garcia no longer pitching, but she's still in the game. Garcia has taken over at first base. Nadia Taylor also changes to tell you about in right field for Team Garcia. You've got Kaylee Clifton, and the new catcher is Deja Mulipola. Mulipola had been the DP. She takes over for Taylor Edwards. Foul ball. I didn't see it, but more than likely, Mulipola warmed up Peyton St. George in the bullpen and just came in the game with her.
Yep, you can talk about what they want to throw. Every week, these battery mates are trying to get to know each other very quickly, but these two were playing in AUX. Peyton St. George, she actually threw really well in that season, finished 10th a month ago.
Clifton's going to get challenged. Makes the play. Smart play by Rhodes. Tags and moves into scoring position. That may have been Taylor McQuillan whispering in her ear. Really smart play to get into scoring position.
Well, she's a right fielder herself, so she knows what kind of throw this is going to have to take to get her out. Reads it the whole way. Kaylee Clifton, her body's taking her away from second base, so that's an easy get for Shannon Rhodes.
And now the top of the order will try and drive her in. This inning is worth 20 points. No one scored in the 6th inning, so those 10 inning points rolled over into our 7th. The only inning won by Team Garcia was the 2nd. That's it. Hadn't been a productive weekend, really, for anyone on Team Garcia, which is a surprise. Saw that team drafted by Rachel Garcia. A lot of stars: Jesse Warren, Vic Hayward, Sis Bates, Deja Mulipola. But it just hasn't added up to inning wins or overall wins.
She drafted Peyton St. George as the first pitcher for her team. Actually, the last 2 teams that Peyton St. George has been on, she's been drafted first. So a lot of respect for what she's been putting in and her work in AUX. I think it was a smart move by Rachel to take herself out, give Peyton a chance. The pitch count for Rachel, we were talking about it, it was just really climbing the charts. And then you keep in mind of the week that they have coming up, quicker turnaround, travel day tomorrow, just a little bit more stress on her body. So I would have been really shocked if she would have continued to stay out there in the game just because of that pitch count.
102nd game today for Athletes Unlimited softball. And no one has thrown more pitches than the 160 we saw from Garcia. St. George strikes out Stuart Hunter. 2 down.
One thing Peyton St. George is known for is her changeup. She throws a couple of off speeds every single time she's facing hitters, and you have to know that. But with 2 strikes, you're in swing mode. You're so used to seeing Rachel Garcia for the last 6 innings, and she's been throwing 70 miles an hour, so you just pull the string just like that. It's a big change.
Bubba Nichols into center field. Hayward makes the play. Good job by Peyton St. George. Works around the leadoff hit batter. So it comes down to this. The bottom of the 7th inning. Team Garcia, they're on the ropes. Back in a moment.
want to be like the greats? First, believe you are. Greatness requires drip, not like that. Like this. The greats aren't afraid to fail. They're fueled by it. Trophies require greatness, but greatness doesn't require trophies. Because greatness isn't about what you've done, it's about what you do next.
We are back. Final half inning, quite possibly, of our weekend. Week 2, Athletes Unlimited Softball. And it is Team Romero trying to protect a 5-2 lead over Team Garcia. Athletes Unlimited Softball will take a couple of days off, but will be in action again on Wednesday, Greenville, North Carolina. 4:30 and 7 o'clock starts on ESPN2. Little League Softball World Series will be hosting Athletes Unlimited Softball, and it's going to be a hoot. We've got a change in the circle. Odyssey Alexander goes from the 2nd through the 6th, and now she'll give way to Alicia Ocasio to pitch the final inning. This is an important inning. Not only is the game on the line, same situation for Ocasio, but an inning win is on the line. This is a double inning, so whoever wins this inning will get 20 points.
This is smart by Sierra Romero because Alicia Ocasio not only threw very well yesterday, but she's a very different look from Odyssey Alexander. And so you know the Team Garcia is in the dugout trying to figure out, okay, it's our last chance. What's the game plan? How are we going to approach Alexander? And all of a sudden you're done with that huddle and you look up and you're like, oh, wait, new pitcher. You got to quickly regroup, have that huddle again, get the scouting report, have a plan. Just a little bit of smart chess move there from Sierra Romero.
Right back to Ocasio. Best fielding pitcher in the world today. Makes it out number 1. All right, let's check in with Savannah.
Thanks, Eric. We've seen a lot of games this weekend dominated by an ace. But Captain Sierra Romero came into her pitching staff today and said, hey, we're going to do a by-committee effort. She set some intentions for Carrie Eberly to start off this game. Hey, go and get me 3 outs. Then we're going to go to Odyssey Alexander. And the plan was to possibly see McQuillan and then Ocasio too. But Odyssey Alexander pitched so well. She ended up throwing a bulk of this game, 5 full innings. And now we're seeing Ocasio here to close it out for him.
I tip my cap to Sierra Romero. This has been a brilliantly managed game and weekend for Sierra Romero.
And it's so impressive because it's the first time that she's ever been a captain with AU. So she is a vet, so you have that veteran presence about you, but it's still, you got to go out there and do it. And if you haven't done it before, then you're just worried about yourself. You're playing for your team. There's so much that goes into all of the extra prep, writing the lineups, making sure everyone's feeling good, trying to make sure you're being productive as well. And she has put together one of the best teams that we've seen in AU.
One of the big things about Sierra Romero that we've seen too is she's usually pretty serious on the field, but as a captain, man, she has loosened up. She has been goofy. She has embraced having fun with this team. And if you follow any of these players on the Orange Squad on social media, so many of them have posted about this team, thanking Sierra Romero for her leadership. Megan Wiggins said today in one of her comments, I would run through a brick wall for you. So it has been really special to see how she has really stepped into this leadership role. And man, we have seen the way that she can game manage. She can put together a staff. It's been so impressive to not only see her individual performance, but how she's kind of blossomed into this captain role. It's the first time with AU.
Thank you, Savannah. Fantastic stuff. It's going to come down to this. MVP points are going to decide who is the number 4 captain. You got Odyssey Alexander and Bubba Nichols. Both of them could get MVP points. I don't know which one's going to get what, but that's going to determine the 4th captain. What an interesting weekend and an interesting day we've had to get to this point. Bubba Nichols, she is 1 for 3, but she's walked twice and made a tremendous defensive play that won her team 30 points. So the first Odyssey Alexander goes 5 innings of solid work.
Oh, yeah. The first 3 was, it's Framo's a lock, Mia Davidson was 2, Sierra Romero 3, yep. And now we're fighting for the 4th spot.
4.
All right.
And interesting to note, you're talking about the different pitchers, basically the opposites of Odyssey Alexander and Alicia Ocasio. Their initials are opposites. OA, AO.
Only you, Eric Collins, would bring that up.
And we talked about how great of a pitcher fielding Ocasio is. The first 2 balls haven't gotten past her.
Right to her. Doesn't need anybody else on the field. Maybe the first baseman.
Jesse Warren, 2 balls and 2 strikes, trying to keep the game alive. To third. Ball game. Sydney Romero sends it across the diamond and wins it for Team Romero. That was one of the most impressive team wins we've had all season long. Team Romero, they sweep the weekend to go 3-0.
I have loved watching this Orange team together. From the first game on Friday, they came out the only undefeated squad this entire weekend. It's been offense, defense, good pitching, and you can just tell there's something a little bit extra in the chemistry for that dugout.
Now before MVP voting, this is what our leaderboard looks like. Megan Faremo, #1. She's going to be the #1 captain, wearing the gold next week. Mia Davidson, Sierra Romero. Right now, it's Odyssey Alexander. Could be threatened by Bubba Nichols, depending on who gets MVP 1, 2, and 3.
It has been such a pleasure to watch these women compete. This is the best of the best to do it. Elite pitching, powerful offense, the base running, the captainship, it's all been great.
Kenzie, you've been a joy getting to know you. You were wonderful. We'll see you guys in Greenville. For Kenzie, for Savannah, our entire crew, I'm Eric saying so long from Rosemont.
To build the Honda CR-V Hybrid, we took everything you love about the CR-V and kicked it up a notch with excellent fuel efficiency and greater power. For a CR-V unlike any before, adventure confidently with the most fuel-efficient full-line automaker over the last 5 years. The CR-V and CR-V Hybrid, part of the Honda line of rugged vehicles.
Whopper, Whopper, build your Whopper. Barbecue, bacon, more cheese, no shocker. However you like to top your Whopper, you know what we'll say. FBK, have it your way.
You like being in other people's business.
I'm trying very hard not to be. But you make it very challenging for me.
Are you warning me?
I'm preparing you. Is that a Timex?
No, it's a boot.
That's the median nerve that I'm compressing. On a scale 1 to 10, that's a 2. That's a 3. You don't want me to go to 4.
The Equalizer 3.
They're just getting started.
Me too.
Only in theaters September 1st.
Has this happened to you? You get roped in with phone offers that bind you to a 3-year device contract. Break free with T-Mobile, introducing Go 5G Plus, the first plan that always gives new and existing customers the same great device deals, and you're upgrade ready in 2 years versus 3. Right now, bring T-Mobile your phone and get the amazing iPhone 14 on us. Trapped? Free.
Get the amazing iPhone 14 on us.
Trapped. Free.
Fly to Paris. See the tower. Smaller than you expected. Wait in line. See the Mona Lisa. Smaller than you expected. Check in. See your room. Bigger than you expected. Join One Key, where gold and platinum members get travel perks like room upgrades.